Guys, what's going on? It's good to see you guys. It's good to see you guys. Here we are, man. Let's go, right? Guys, we hit 30,000 subs earlier this week. Guys, thanks to all you guys for that. I appreciate that guys. The channel's growing fast, Yeah, so guys, today is gonna be I want to just open topics, right? If you want to come on, or do you guys want to ask me anything, guys? Any and all super chats, I'll answer. Any other questions, I'll try and get to. Yeah, guys, here we are. I'm gonna drop the link. How about that? Let's drop the link. Here we are. Keyshawn, what's up, dude? He said, congrats on 30K. I appreciate that. Yeah, guys, we are gonna do big things in 2026. And guys, the other channel, 300 News, will be up soon, guys. Like I said, I got sick for like two weeks. That threw me off. And then I got sick again, so that threw me off. So yeah, guys, that will be coming soon. Red Door, what's going on? Korg is here. Steve is here. Snowboard's here. Esars is here. Reja is here. Good to see you guys. Christopher is here. Felix, what's going on, guys? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Let me drop the link now. So it's good to see you guys, man. But yeah, guys. I'm glad you guys are doing good, man. Just got to do one thing here. But yeah, guys. So snowboard. I haven't done a Don't Elect 304s episode in a while, but we're gonna have to do like dedicated Don't Elect 304s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because guys, I mean, look at this. Look at this. Hold on. This is Nate the lawyer. Look at this.
New video tonight from our 8 News Now investigators showing.
I guess this does count as 3-in, right? So the one on the left can get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the one on the right, yeah, she's just old, but yeah.
Two recent interactions between Henderson City Councilwoman Monica Larson and the police.
Okay, so snowboard, two interactions between this councilwoman and the police. What do you think she looks like?
We're gonna have to go very melanated female.
She looks Keisha-ish.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Staying with us here at 4:30, I'm Kirsten Joyce. I'm Denise Valdez. So last year, Henderson's two police major unions dropped their support of Larson after we aired a very heated incident between Larson and the HPD sergeant. Kyle Payne joining us now live in studio. So Kyle, tell us about these most latest encounters.
Denise, Kirsten, everything any of us does these days is caught on camera. But when you're a politician at odds with law enforcement and you get pulled over or someone calls the police on you, it can end up on the news.
And when you're a
Richard says, congrats. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Omni's here. What's going on? Man, Felix, man, how you been, man? Felix has been around for a long time. Julia's here. Hey, Julia. Either email me or hit me up on Discord, my friend. I want to have a panel of all of my female subscribers. So I'm gonna plan that here in the next two weeks. So Red Door, Sweet Auntie, Kathleen, who else? Cy Guzman, all you guys hit me up and we'll try and get something planned, or even try and get a special guest on there for us too. So Jeff is here. Brent's here. What's going on, guys? Yeah, but I remember, guys. So for all you guys who are coming in a little bit late, I started this channel in 2021, but I didn't post anything, right? I should have, because that's when like Kevin Samuels and Poor Man's Podcast and all of them were blowing up, right? But I was like, oh man, my stuff's gonna suck. No one's gonna want to listen to me. And I just waffled, just waffled and doubted myself. And then Kevin Samuels died, right? And that's what made me start posting. That was in July 2022. Was it May, June, July 2022? And then what really, 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 really made me zero in was the Stacey Abrams election in Georgia. The gubernatorial election that year in Georgia. I can't stand Stacey Abrams. She's everything wrong with politics. She's 780 pounds. She's annoying. She plays the victim. She's a communist. You know what I'm saying? Everything about her.
Yeah, everything.
Right?
Even the whole aligning with like the whole thing where black women think that they're going to get everything that white liberal women are going to get, and then they get nothing for their efforts at all. Because remember, she turned Georgia
Doug G. That's it. Here, Ms. Mellis says that one born again virgin story. You remember that you told me about when you went out on a date with that one B-dub like years ago, and she was like, "I'm a born again virgin."
So I remember there've been so many B-dubs. Guys, I have this weird thing where like I can't stand him, but I keep dating him.
Me too, buddy.
Wait.
Why can't I quit you?
Yeah, let me think, because
no, it was the B-dub, and she didn't tell you that she had kids until like your third date. And then the fourth date, she was like, by the way, I'm a born again virgin, and you're gonna have to wait until marriage.
So guys, if you are online dating and don't be in denial, like 50% of people still meet online. If a woman doesn't have no kids on her dating profile, she has kids. Now, women will just leave it off. We'll just leave it off, right? I'm talking to this girl. We meet up for coffee. I'm like, okay. And, B-dub, professional, rather attractive. I'm like, okay. So then, second date, we meet at kind of like a farmer's market kind of place or whatever, not exactly dinner yet. And I'm talking about like single moms and all, and she's just letting, she's ducking and dodging and, deflecting the issue and stuff. So I decide, dinner time, break out the nice button-down shirt, the slacks, the cologne and stuff, take her to this nice restaurant. Guys, this girl had 4 kids.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Now, mind you, we have been talking, and I was talking about single moms, and she's ducking and dodging, weaving and stuff. And so she's like, oh, yeah, I have 4 kids. I'm like, what? And then she had the nerve. I said, you never told me that. She had the nerve to get upset and be like, I did tell you that. Now we're like, in a nice restaurant. So then she starts pushing back, trying to gaslight me on the fact that she said that she told me already. And then she's talking about how she likes me, but I'm not going to be able to sleep with her. And no, she's not going to sleep with a man until she gets married.
And I say it again, you've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Now, guys, here's the thing. I'm hoping that she just wanted a free dinner. Because if not, she thought that she could gaslight me, and I was dumb enough to say, okay, that's okay that you have 4 children. So I would rather have her just say, hey, I got a free meal out of this guy, than thinking I'm that stupid. And guys, the gaslighting, the shame, the insults, the guilting, and the need to be right. And guys, you ever have those circumstances where, like, one thing about AJ and myself, we can never be poker players because I wear stuff on my face, right? When she said she had 4 kids, I visibly changed, like visibly. The cadence of my speech changed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I swear to God, I think that I must have had a
guys.
That's nasty.
Yeah. You know, I must have had a scowl on my face or something like that because I'm telling you, and this is the 3rd time I'm going to say it. I'm hoping that she just wanted a free meal. Because if not, she thought I was that stupid. She thought I was that dumb. And here's the thing. I wonder if that's worked on guys before.
Mike Don, he says, I met a chick with 4 kids and had a grandchild at 30. Whoa! Told me she was a celibate. Had to hit her with the bat.
Who is this guy?
I don't know.
Oh, let me see who we have here. Mike Don, how you doing? Iron Cattle, how you doing? Julia, how you doing? Omni's here. Guys, Steve, one of the mods, can you please drop the link to Omni's channel, right? Guys, please hit the like button on the way in, guys. Guys, we had on Friday afternoon, guys, we had almost 400 people on the live. I think that the maximum amount of people. You guys remember that we had those 2 lives in December? We actually broke 500 people, concurrent viewers. That's crazy. So yeah. This was in December. We had one about the old chicks, and then the other one about something else. Yeah, guys. So the channel's growing, the live streams are growing.
AJ, I'm gonna suggest, because there's actually you think that with the amount of these women going viral, they start posting, but they have a new round of women who regret their divorce. So
really?
I think it's about time you did another show like that.
Yeah. I gotta look at that. Plus, guys, the GOAT. What's his name? HL Talk That Thought. He's making videos again. He's one of my favorite channels. But yeah, Korg, what's up, dude?
Hey man, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you? How you been? Long time.
Yeah. I was gonna ask Doug. He should have suggested to that girl, can you do a snowboard special and go in the back door?
I'm telling you guys, AJ keeps telling me, especially in the area I live in, why do I bother with these B-dubs? Guys, I don't know. You know what it is?
That's why.
You meet the definition of insanity. You do the same thing over and over, expecting different results.
It is, guys. And here's the thing. I throw out a test on B-dubs. And once you get them riled up, it is entertaining, but it's just sad because I know the script, dude. Like, all you have to do is just say one thing. Like the last one I went out with, I don't know if there's this, but I brought up Aisha Curry and Big Mike rinsing out their husbands on podcasts. I said, what do you think about that? And she was trying to justify to me why it's okay for a wife to rinse out her husband in public. She's like, yeah, women deserve to say their truth. They've been silent for so long. But I said, at what cost? Like Big Mike says worse things about Obama than his political opponents do. But she spent 30 minutes trying to justify to me why it's okay for a wife to say horrible things about her husband on a podcast. in public. Yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
Demons, man. Demons. That's all they are. It's just straight demons, you know? So, yeah.
I'm Councilwoman Monica Larson.
Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Well, well, well.
Councilwoman Monica Larson, introducing herself to a Henderson police officer at the Inspirata Animal Hospital back in November of last year.
I'm the City of Henderson Councilwoman.
And here she is, making sure a Metro traffic
That is her. I've seen both of these different body cams. I didn't know that was the same dunderhead.
cop knows who she is after she was pulled over on the highway just a few weeks ago. Both incidents recorded on police body cameras.
I'm going to tell you again. I'm going to tell you again.
Again, following last June's dust-up with the Henderson police.
I remember that one too. You guys remember this one? God, snowboard guys, we watch this shit too much.
Yeah. But this right here, notice the bug eyes and stuff. This is the Lori Lightfoot archetype. Same with the Karen Bass. It's the same thing. No, but it is.
Yeah.
Guys, Lori Lightfoot is one of the ugliest human beings.
Yeah, she is.
Like, she's nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. She's like a Batman villain. Like, just she should have like a cane and walk around like beating people with it. Like,
she's running from the cops.
and you know,
She freaking pulls out an umbrella and it becomes a helicopter. And she flies away.
Exactly.
As she flies, yeah, Batman, yeah. Soapy, how you doing? Random man, what's up, man? Thanks. Dante's here. What's up, guys? So
He's also on body cam after a violent incident near Larson's home.
But he just pulls up on a random red car.
This episode, and in particular how she spoke to this sergeant on scene.
What is
Don't
that?
ever talk to me like that.
You are being condescending and rude, ma'am.
I'm not being
Yes, you are. You came over and started screaming at me.
Ending up with the city reminding the city councilwoman of the appropriate channels when she needs the police. And then,
I believe News 8 ran a story.
Our story about this skirmish leading to both major police unions in Henderson to separate themselves from Larson.
damn, both of them.
Who ultimately said she wanted nothing to do with Henderson police, writing in an email in December that the HPD lacks, quote, integrity, professionalism, and morality, to which the unions said,
Enough's enough. We're done. You go your way, we'll go ours.
Now, two more interactions between Larson and the police.
It is not your business, unfortunately.
After this,
Is there a reason why you all weren't answering the door?
I'm sorry.
I'm Councilwoman Monica Larson.
Okay.
Larson wanting to get into the Inspirata Animal Hospital after closing for the day, demanding to know why the nighttime staff wasn't opening the door for her.
A dog owner today accusing him of injuring his dog and throwing him in someone else's trash.
Yeah, the dog unfortunately passed away.
Not long after this disturbing news last November, which brought Henderson's police chief Reggie Rader to the podium.
Was injured and was thrown away and discarded while it was still alive. And that's what led us to the arrest.
An interesting way for the police chief to find his way into this story, because listen to what Councilwoman Larson says as soon as the Henderson police open the door to the animal hospital to confront an unamused city councilwoman.
Hello. The chief is on his way.
The chief is on his way. It bears repeating that's Henderson Police Chief Reggie Rader, who oversees the police department with which Larson has found herself at odds.
The chief is on his way.
Not just here in the beginning, but also while she expresses her displeasure.
Is there a reason why she was not answering the door? And she said she was coming back to get my information. She did not. While everybody's sitting there looking.
Why would you elect these 304s? Me. I'm so important, please.
Looking at me.
Well, the animal hospital is
I
closed
know
at
that.
8.
I know that.
Okay. I don't know why she didn't
It's
come
okay.
back.
And this is
AJ,
when you
that
just
is
close the
why.
door. This is you just close the door.
Hey, the chief is on his way.
But
In
AJ,
closing, the officer
you're
tells
just
Larson,
saying like me, like, and that's what you get out of these people. But that's a reflection of the people who do vote for these people. In a lot of ways, that's their own mindset, and they're saying they're using virtue signal. Like, see how good I am. I voted for this black woman in there. I'm going to tell you about it. Like they're very from the same root, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
A sergeant and detective are also on the way.
Is there any questions that I can answer
No,
for
it's
you?
okay. I'll wait till he gets here.
And after dropping Rader's name 3 times in this 30-second video, you can finally see the chief escort Larson at long last into the animal hospital. And a couple months later, on Raiders Way, right across from the Las Vegas Raiders practice field, you'll see Councilwoman Monica Larson has the police chief on speakerphone as soon as this officer pulls her over.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
When you're continuously hitting your brakes over and over again, you're following vehicles too closely, and that's causing you to have to hit your brakes. That's following too closely.
I hit my brakes to get over in the right.
Correct. And then
And then when Larson realized she was getting nowhere with the officer, she picks up her cell phone.
Chief. Okay, so yeah, it's Metro.
And pleads her case against
It's
Metro
Metro.
to Chief Rader.
So because I put my signal on, he stopped me.
No, that's not what happened.
Whatever happened on the highway or at the animal hospital, Larson got her way, getting inside the animal hospital and driving off without a ticket.
All right, thanks, Chief. Bye.
Vehicle in front of you at 40.
For the Henderson Police Department, it didn't answer any of my questions, but
So any word, I guess, from the police chief, because he was pretty much on speed dial in most of these instances.
right. No word from him, nor Metro Police, and the animal hospital had no comment. And a spokeswoman for Larson referred us to the city's statement, which you can see at 8newsnow.com.
What a joke. You see that, guys? That's what happens when you elect 304s.
Well, it's like somebody pointed out in the chat. It's a blatant abuse of power.
Hold on, guys. Let's save this one and then do this one.
Right. In this matter, the court does find that the manslaughter charge was a large benefit of your bargain for testifying, which was a huge bargain in a plea deal. You could have been facing life plus 3 years, and now the maximum I can sentence you to today is 10 years. That's clearly a trade for your cooperation with the Commonwealth and what the Commonwealth offered.
What this
and you accepted that along with the Commonwealth's recommendation for time served, which is not an agreement. And as you know, not binding on the court, as we just
killed someone.
Can't say that.
So Virginia IRS agent Brendan Banfield had an affair.
Code your language.
With his family's au pair, Juliana Perez Magales, was found guilty of deleting his wife, Christine Banfield, and another man. Yikes!
A double down.
Wow! Look at that, guys.
Nice.
She only got
like
10
it.
years, so she
I
pleaded
like
guilty.
how
Wait, Banfield lured Ryan to the house and staged it to look like he and the family's au pair got him in self-defense. Wow.
Hey, for Soapy in the chat, it's not that she's lying, it's that she's being held accountable.
Look
Yeah.
at that, guys.
That's why she's
Wow.
crying.
What a joke. Hold on.
Evicted, homeless, and living on the streets. Tonight, KARE 11 investigates the impact of Minnesota's fraud crisis on the innocent victims.
But I thought Minnesota doesn't have a fraud crisis, right, guys? I thought that this is racism against the poor Somali pirates, please.
Yeah. Minnesota is cooked. There's like a portal of garbage happening there.
Yeah, and it's at every level. It's
Yeah.
at Medicaid. It's at helping the elderly, the disabled, in-home health care. All of that's cooked. Food stamps, any single government program in Minnesota is completely cooked.
Yeah. Jesse Ventura moved to Mexico after being the governor there. He's like, I'll never do this again. This is how cooked the system is.
Yep.
Evicted, homeless, and living on the streets. Tonight, KARE 11 investigates the impact of Minnesota's fraud crisis on the innocent victims, betrayed by the very system that was supposed to give them care. Here's AJ Legault with the latest in his continuing investigation, Housing Hustle.
Minnesota.
Winter in our city is unforgiving.
And I don't know where my boots are.
Snow-packed streets and cold. that punishes.
She's autistic.
You wouldn't know it though.
Man,
She's Tylenol brain.
How much Xanax and Tylenol did this thing's mom eat while she was pregnant?
Quite a bit. Yeah.
Sister Mary. Frank.
Yeah, you can tell already. This woman lives in like a Minecraft reality. Like it's
Jeff Diamond, the $30 says, congrats on 30K. Looking forward to 50K and then 100, 2026. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. And guys, once again, hold on. Thanks, man.
You are scaring the hoes.
Guys, the daytime lives have been doing extra well. Because I have a super high subscriber engagement rate, and that's what helps my channel grow, despite the fact that I don't cover a lot of like broad appeal stuff. Like, guys, our sector is very, very niche. You know what I'm saying? It's larger on YouTube than almost anywhere else, right? Obviously, yes, there's some people on Twitter that'll actually might dual stream on Twitter at some point, you know? But it's not like I'm talking about like video game reviews, or I'm talking about sports, or I'm talking about like UFC and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're a very niche area, right? And even when I cover topics that are broad, like sports or politics, I tend to do it like a very niche way, right? But the fact that I think the people who come over here can regularly watch, first of all, we all have the same type of sense of humor, right? And then that we all kind of like have the same logic in where things are going and recognizing certain patterns, you know? So
yeah.
To me,
reverse
Janelle
genetic
Hansen.
engineer has a pretty good one called Sugar Addy.
I mean, I would say I always knew that AJ's channel was going to make it, but the milestone for me was finding the crouton chick and Bianca. That's when I knew this was going to be.
By the nickname Sky, and is through no fault of her own, homeless.
I suppose I'm coming up on 6 months.
It's now actually been 8 months. Sky allowed Kara Levin to document her journey.
It's really annoying to live in your car. It is so annoying.
Depending on the weather,
I was so cold and so tired.
we found her staying in tents.
No, I was cold. I was cold while I was sleeping.
It's not always easy to find a place inside to lay her head. If she can find an open bed, she stays in shelters. When she has the money,
Hey, can I do late checkout? I almost got my stuff out.
cheap hotels.
I think I just got kicked out of the hotels for being too autistic.
I told you. I could tell right away. I could tell right away.
If that's not autism, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Guy's autism and the care she was supposed to be getting brought Minnesota's social services fraud crisis straight to her door.
We're here for the eviction.
It's June 2025.
You know what's sad? If this was a B-dub that was autistic, like, because the difference between her being a white chick and being a B-dub in the situation is what?
Violence.
She doesn't have any kids.
Oh,
Come on. How many kids would she have if this was a B-dub? At least two.
Yeah.
At least.
Yep, that's true.
Sky lives in a very nice apartment in Minnetonka when sheriff's deputies arrive,
I'm scared.
armed
What?
with an eviction order for Jane or John Doe.
We go by the latest court order that says we have to evict you from the premises.
Sky lived here as part of a Medicaid program called Integrated Community Supports, or ICS. It's designed to help adults with disabilities live independently in their own apartment with one-to-one daily assistance.
Doesn't matter. At least that shows that I have the right to live here.
Sky
Yeah, but then the Somali pirates came and took all the money. You know,
Well, that's what I wanted to point out. This should piss everybody off because she's in need of this help.
Yeah, she is.
clearly.
Yeah.
Well,
I think she means well, and you know what I mean. I
no,
think
she
would work if
can't.
she
She
could and stuff.
needs this kind of assistance.
I
And
understand it,
you've
but
got,
still.
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
point out, you've got these fraudsters that are robbing the system blind, and then this poor girl gets outed onto the
But
street.
Horde,
It's
they're
really
not even
disgusting.
trying to hide it. This is the thing about the news, right? And this is the reason why, especially after here, guys, put a 1 in this chat if you go back and you watch the people that clipped all the left-wing media's reactions to the election night. There are people who clipped, like CNN, they clipped the Young Turks, because they were all friggin' doing backflips right before the election. I think Kamala is going to win all the swing states, right? And then she got absolutely destroyed, right? There was one where the person has, every time Drago hits Apollo, right? Boom! It's a swing state going to Trump. Boom! Throw in the towel. Boom! Right? Like, guys, when they were trying to gaslight us and act like Knucklehead Harris ran this flawless campaign, it was going to win everything. That's when people stop listening to all these idiots. And the fact that they're trying to gaslight us right now and tell us that there's no overall support for ICE, that there is no Somali fraud, that there is no fraud in California. It's an absolute joke. It's a joke, guys. What are they talking about? So
Subleased the apartment from her caregivers, a company called American Home Healthcare LLC, which in turn held the master lease with the apartment complex. Sky said she'd paid her rent to American Home, so didn't understand what was happening.
But I'm not Jane or John Doe. That's what's confusing.
Sky
you know what
ordered to pack up what she
she didn't put down Jane Doe. She put down Jane Ho. Oh,
guys, she didn't report that friggin' pirate ship with the Somali flag that was on by her apartment.
Yeah.
Jeff Vanderveer, what's going on, my friend? Long time no see. Another long time subscriber. Jeff has been here since basically the beginning. Jeff, Rajai, who else? Steve M, electronzap.com. I think you guys are at my first 116 subs. So yeah, I appreciate you guys.
could carry
Grab what you've just packed because we need to exit the apartment now.
and get out.
We need to go. Come on. Okay.
We need to go.
Let's go. How are you?
Go.
Okay, sorry.
Out to the hallway.
And like that, a vulnerable young woman put on the street.
Bye, house.
You know what's sad
I
too?
have
This is who the
those
Somalis will take advantage of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then she's going to be completely cooked.
Yeah, and the
mentally
wokey
on all
wokes would
levels.
rather protect the Somali pirates than her.
Yeah. I
That's
feel
sad.
bad for this girl, actually. This is
Yeah.
not good. This is
Yeah.
a failure of our society.
Yeah, thanks for the $5, my friend. I appreciate that.
No, you're not asking me. No, it's called garlic croutons. Yeah, and they're right there on the seat.
How could this have happened? Our investigation finds it's tied to the allegations of Medicaid fraud now rocking our state.
Hold on, my left side doesn't work very well.
Kane Pence was one of Sky's neighbors in the same ICS program. He first contacted KARE 11 in May 2025 after seeing our Recovery Inc. investigations expose fraud in Medicaid programs for those battling addiction and homelessness.
I call the whole thing Handicap Inc.
He said people with disabilities were being similarly exploited.
It's a complete and total scam.
Kane said American Home Healthcare was being paid a lot for doing very little.
$276 a day. That's every single day.
Every day. Kane's records show his Medicaid was charged, claiming he was getting service for nearly 8 hours.
You talk about an utter and complete fraud. I couldn't get people to carry out the trash.
Records show American Home billed on September 14th, 2024, when Kane has photographic evidence
You can look at the date here. It should be time stamped.
proving he was on a retreat all weekend in Lake Elmo. They billed on August 25th and 26th when photos prove he was in Iowa, out of state.
That's absolute proof. They billed the full amount. They just billed the full amount every single day. I wasn't even in the damn state. Nobody even checked on me. So they're claiming they're giving me service. If I was dead in Missouri, they wouldn't have even known.
I don't know.
For Sky,
I'm autistic, so I don't really.
it was the same story.
I don't know.
What Sky didn't
I don't wanna
was
save her.
American Home billed Medicaid $421 per day, claiming they always helped her for 12 hours.
Most days was like 2 hours, maybe 1 or 2 hours.
Medicaid data shows since 2022, American Home was paid more than $2.2 million in public dollars.
$2.2 million.
Wow. And a lot of this is managed by women, social workers, social services. How many times do we say these social workers are complete They're actually doing much more harm than anything.
You know what? That's the one thing that I agree with these communist mayors about, guys. Okay, bear with me here. That commie mayor of Seattle, that Zoran, the moron, that idiot in Boston, guys, let them send in social workers instead of cops. If there's some crazy dude with a machete, send in the social workers first. If there's some crazy guy waving a gun around talking to himself, send in the social workers. And when homeboy runs out of bullets, they can send in the police officers.
The
There you go.
Minnesota Department of Human Services didn't cut off funding until September 2025. The same day Kane went to the Capitol and publicly testified
Wait,
in
his
a House
name is
fraud hearing.
Kane?
200.
Huh? What's that?
His name is also Kane.
Yeah.
76
He has a cane. Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
dollars a
It's
day
strange.
in my case, and they don't do jack. They do nothing.
The company is owned by
Well.
There you go. There you go, guys. Right? There you go.
And somebody needs to explain what benefit importing more of these Somali pirates gives us versus helping those people that are from here who need it.
You can't.
Yeah.
There isn't any. There isn't.
I
any.
know.
Well,
But
no,
by God, they're
both
going to
states-
double down and
Yeah.
bring more of them in here.
Yeah, they will double down. And guys, though, the one thing that I can say about the Somalis that's actually positive is they're showing how much
Corruption.
Sagan.
How much corruption they can.
No. There's only like 119,000
Yeah.
Somalis in
If
Minnesota
united-
where
if
there's
you're united-
5.4 million people. 120 something thousand Somalis dictate politics in an entire state
Right. They have a large control of a electorate.
because they're united. Because they sit there in their centers and they put the word out and they all fall in line. And guys, what it is yes, there's 130,000 of them, but in a good chunk of elections where like an extra 400 votes, 800 votes, 900 votes will decide your Senate seat, your mayoral election, whatever. You can get those votes by dealing with the Somalis. You know what I mean? So other groups need to learn, other groups that actually mean well for America need to follow their example.
And so you group of the Somalis with a bunch of suicidal, empathetic.
Don't say suicidal. Oh no.
Oh,
no,
sorry.
No.
Wait, what's that empathy called? Where you're so empathetic that you ruin everything?
You said it right. Self-deletion, empathy.
Yeah. Self-deletion, empathy, white liberal women. You can get whatever you want.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
it's true. Hold on, guys. Here, matter of fact, here. Let's.
I was just going to say, actually, in Minnesota is like the prime example, but it's happening elsewhere too. But you look at all the elections. I mean, not just the governor race. You look at all the elections going, I think, well over 10 years now. When you look at the voting margins, it's basically been that one group of Somali people who've always basically guaranteed victory for the demonic rats.
Yeah, that's true. Let me try and find this. There's the Irish guy, and he goes around Ireland and he talks to people about immigration, and he just straight calls them out. He's like, "You're a traitor to Ireland. If you care more about these migrants who are coming in and ruining Ireland," he goes, "Get out of here." I'll have to try and find it, but yeah, you guys are actually seeing Ireland. Europe en masse is moving like more and more right wing because they're not having it anymore. I've said this once, I'll say it again. Why can't the Europeans have the same standards of their country as Asian countries do? Why? Why not? It doesn't make any sense. Here we go.
By this guy, Jama Muhammad. He never responded to Carol Levin's interview requests, so we went looking for him.
This house is apparently the headquarters for American Home Healthcare.
The house has an indoor basketball court and is located in a high-end Maple Grove subdivision.
Look at that.
We left a message directly on the ring cam.
We have some questions about allegations of fraud and kickbacks.
Under federal and state law, kickbacks in Medicaid programs are illegal. This state bulletin specifically says an example of a potential kickback in ICS programs includes covering or paying a portion of a recipient's rent. Clients say that's exactly what American Home was doing.
So they give you a rebate on the rent.
Kane spelled out the alleged kickback in that legislative fraud hearing.
And within 5 days, they make up for it by charging for all these services that they don't give.
Court records show American Home.
Yeah, guys, tenacity does make a good point, and we'll actually go and check this out, guys. Obama and Hillary Clinton actually came out and was actually like the Democrats are actually turning the corner on immigration and migration now. They're actually saying, look, like this whole open borders thing is so unpopular that we have to go actually say that we need to get people out of here and then get them in legally. And I'll cover that here in a second. Because you guys remember this guy? Where's it? Sorry, guys.
Lock me the fuck up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So these ignorant motherfuckers out here, they don't know the law, first of all. That's why they out here. Second of all, look at this stupid motherfucker flying a Mexican flag. So he ain't respecting the country at all. How could you respect them? Second of all, who stops the law from doing their job? That shit don't make no sense, man. So it's okay to fuck with illegal people. They shouldn't be here. That's why our communities is married with that fentanyl shit. All that. See, they ain't talking about all that. They just talking about what is ISIS doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like that lady knew what she was doing when she pulled that fucking car up there and got her brains blew out. She knew what she was doing. How the fuck? Right now, if I try to impede anything that a police officer doing, they're going to fuck me up. You know what I'm saying? So these motherfuckers out here, man. And another thing that they doing, they starting the national security. I snuck off.
I like that guy.
Yeah. Right, here we go, guys. Hold on.
Yeah, no lies gold.
You can tell he's fed up. Well, it's like all those people that were happy that the National Guard was there in D.C. when you had all the liberal white women out there crying up a storm, and you had the D.C. residents that were saying, "This is fantastic. It's never been so peaceful."
Hold on. Let's do. Give me 1 second, guys. But yeah, guys, this is a big mess, and they're trying to do this whole we're gonna bring the party more centrist now and show that we're not all crazy and that we're not all just the mom dummies and blah blah blah.
Oh, that ship sailed a long time ago.
It's not working very well. Where is this video? Hold on.
Too little, too late.
Here we go.
Is something that we are seeing grow within the Democratic Party at this particular point when we're talking about 42% of Democrats under the age of 35 identifying as Democratic Socialists.
Look at that, guys. Carlos X, how you doing, man?
And a third of all Democrats. My goodness gracious.
Guys, hit the like button on the way in. Guys, we'll have a nice, relaxed live stream tonight. Guys, anyone who wants to call in. Oh, did I pin the StreamYard link? I hope so. Hold on.
Yeah, I think it's on there.
Oops. I don't think
Nope.
I did.
You've been taking too much Tylenol, as your buddy Snowboard would say. You're losing it.
Hardy. Let's see here. Let me drop that again. And it's so funny because the whole thing we're like, when you're young, a lot of people might lean more towards the kind of woke side, but then you actually start like working and getting stuff, buying stuff, earning things, and then you're like, I don't want to give this away to people who don't work.
It's called when you start having skin in the game.
Yeah, yep, and then you become a conservative real fast. So
if the ideology of the Democratic Party is shifting.
What are you saying?
I was going to say, like Winston Churchill said, if you're not liberal when you're young, you have no heart. And if you're not conservative when you're old, you have no brain.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Or changing. How are people feeling about it?
Okay, so we're talking about the Democratic base, right? But what about all Americans, right? How about all?
I'm just trying to make sure that this doesn't get this is his video, so I don't think it'll. Wait, he has the gray stuff on the side.
Voters who say the Democrats are now too liberal. Look at this percentage. It was 42% in 96, 48% in 2013. Now
58% of voters say that the Democrats are too liberal. Look at that.
Which really means it's probably like 65%, and CNN just cut it down a little bit.
Don says, back in the day, Republicans were starting wars. We didn't want that, so we voted Democrat.
Everybody was itching to go to war. They just had to fabricate the evidence.
Yeah, because of all the money that was being made during that.
Somebody was going to pay for taking out the Twin Towers. That was the issue.
Yeah, but even then, anytime there's large amounts of federal funds being pushed around, politicians on both sides can make a lot of money. So whether it's Ukraine or any of these places, they're getting lots and lots of cash. The cough funds, these Medicaid things, all this other stuff. There's just people just robbing these penny banks blind, So, yep.
58% in 2025 of all voters say that the Democratic Party is too liberal. The Democrats are moving to the left. The far left is gaining power, and there could be some electoral repercussions because what we see right now is voters, the clear majority, say that they are too liberal.
This is really interesting. Thanks so much, Harry.
Thank you. Shut up,
to have a debate about things like migration. It went too far. It's been disruptive and destabilizing, and it needs to be fixed in a humane way with secure borders that don't torture and.
They pivot because they know that the majority of people in this country, they support mass deportations and strong border policy. The news can try and spin this any way that they want, but we don't want them here, period. You can try and call us all types of names and all types of stuff and shame us and call us this and that. But guys, no. We don't want them here, period.
Look at how the clip that she's speaking in is 304.
Wow. So we got to talk about the so-called moderate turn that Democrats are trying to do, right? Democrat leadership, they're trying to pretend to actually have some common sense on certain issues, right? This is why they're now marching out Obama to do interviews where he is basically pushing back against the far left when it comes to immigration, pushing back against the far left when it comes to Gavin Newsom's California, right? In the current state of that state. We also have Hillary on the world stage, basically now coming out against mass migration. Again, this is an attempt by the Democrats to sell snake oil to the American people, right? This is a Trojan horse, and I want to talk about it because Hillary at the same conference is basically going to prove that Democrats are selling you snake oil when they pretend like they're moderate, right? That they're going to moderate on certain issues like immigration. Do not believe them, okay? But they're talking a big game, right? The leadership is coming out before the American.
We have borders, and we've got to figure out an immigration policy that is orderly and that is fair and is enforced in a sensible way that is compatible with our values, but may not fully capture the degree to which that kid should have the same chances in life as a U.S. citizen kid. But, you know, we've got to accommodate the reality that the majority of the American people think that there's a difference between somebody who's a U.S. citizen and somebody who's not. And
now you know that they think things are bad, because what they have Barry out here doing is anytime that there's a crisis, because they know that he's so popular with like a whole bunch of people still, they try and bring him out to like harangue the crowd in and like set the narrative, right? He's the guy to come out there and talk, and like all these housewives are, ooh, Obama, and all these college students, Obama, oh my God. So they figure that he can pretty much say what they need the party to say, even if it's unpopular, and people and these sheep are just going to go along with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, remember how they were talking about snake oil, but they're like, yes, they are selling you snake oil, but remember, they're also the snake. These people have already broken your trust before. They may say a couple good things and they're admitting stuff, but you're right, AJ, that's when they roll out Barry because he actually can speak unscripted and be okay, and the Democrats have a really difficult time with that.
Yeah, sure.
You're going to see a lot more. You're going to see a lot more of him, I think, because he's going to try to help make those e-files kind of,
Yeah, isn't it funny, guys, that they were talking about the Snepstein files, and Orange Man's in there, but then all the Democrats are in there too.
I mean, he was an FBI employee.
The only one who's not in there is Daddy Putin.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny though, guys? Like, here's the thing, guys. So to me, both parties are cooked. That's why I would say that I'm a conservative and not a Republican, right? But Democrats act like the Republicans do stuff and that the Democrats don't. It's like, no. Every single bad thing that the Republicans do, the Democrats do, except that the Democrats take this this moral high ground. You know what I'm saying? Act like they're just above everyone else. This smug, self-righteous. You know what I mean? What finger wagging foolishness. So.
But
they want
there's a saying that those who don't know their history are doomed to repeat it. It's how convenient we have forgotten that prior to the Civil War, the Democratic Party was the party for slavery.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
And guys, even if let's just grant everything about the Republican Party being true, right? Let's just grant that all the Republicans are, which are not. A party that believes in freedom, small government, less taxes for everyone, that's better. Guys, those apply to you go whether they want you in their neighborhoods or dating their daughters or not. You understand? I think it was DMX, the rapper. He moved from New York to Arizona. He had like this big ranch out there, and they were like, "Isn't Arizona kind of like a red state?" He's like, "I love it." He goes, "This is great." He goes, "Why?" It's like freedom. He goes, "I'm a convicted felon, but they have certain rules where I can legally buy guns." He goes, I'm out of my ranch. People leave me alone. I don't pay a lot of taxes. I shoot guns. It's great." he's like, that's the type of state that I want to live in, So
immigration system. And sometimes I think what happens in the online debate is if somebody suggests, well, we have to have some immigration enforcement, then somebody's going to point at that child and say, so you don't care about that kid.
Yeah.
So you must be a bad person. The same would be true, let's say, here in Los Angeles around the homeless issue. I think morally, ethically speaking, it is an atrocity that in a country this wealthy, we have people just on the streets. And we should have we should insist on policies that recognize their full humanity, people who are houseless, and be able to provide them the help and resources that they need.
But a lot of them won't take it because they're junkies or they're mentally ill, right? And then B, these policies are in place and this money is being stolen. That's what people don't get.
And also,
but we should also,
dude, you were president and got your chance to run stuff the right way. You want it to fail this way. He's just telling you what you want to hear. Like, he's already had 4 years to try to figure out this problem that he's talking
he had
about
8 years.
now.
8 years.
Yeah, 8. Yeah, I forgot 8 years.
He was actually bragging. Sorry, Snowboard. He was actually bragging in regards to Trump when he was like, I actually won both my elections. And so it's amazing how, they can always play Monday morning quarterback when he was actually in the job. But also, here's the thing. And if someone in the chat can do the research on this, I wonder what was homelessness like, let's say prior to 1960 compared to it is now. I'm just curious about that. What was that?
Well, yeah, you can thank Lyndon Johnson and his Great Society for that one.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't he the one credited with saying that he's going to have these ninjas voting Democrat for the next 200 years?
Yeah. Yep.
A Democrat, might I say.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Here we go.
Recognize that the average person, doesn't want to have to navigate around a tent city in the middle of downtown, and that we're not going to be able to build a working majority and support for the resources that we need to help folks like that, whether it's drug treatment or temporary housing or what have you. We're not going to be able to generate support for it if we simply say, you know what, it's not their fault, and so they should be able to do whatever they want, because that's a losing political strategy. That doesn't mean that we care less about those folks. It means that if we really care about them, then we got to try to figure out how do we gain majority support and be practical in terms of what we can get through at this moment in time and build on those victories. That a lot of times is the arguments that are taking place, but they become sort of performative, and people start saying, oh, you're selling out.
Yeah. So what is Obama saying here, right? What he's saying, without actually really saying it, is that the Democrat base is too liberal, right? That's what he's saying. He's saying, listen, we're embracing things that the center, that moderates, that a majority of the American people just don't agree with, right? They don't agree with open borders, right? They don't think that illegals should have the same rights as American citizens. They don't think that it is compassionate to allow homelessness, crime, drugs, to be prevalent in these cities, right? They don't believe in the things that the far left believes in, right? That is what Obama is really saying, okay? And, you know, he's essentially using Gavin Newsom's state as an example of how Democrats and their capitulation to the far left leads to these types of outcomes that are not conducive for winning elections, right? That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. So,
oh, guys,
again,
hold on. Do you guys remember this case?
The story that led to protests.
You guys remember this, right? There was this sleepover. Like this black kid, he was sleeping over at his friend's house, and there was like, if he was the only black kid there, and there was like 3 white kids there, and this black kid comes home the next day and he's like, they were beating me and making me drink pee and all this other crap. So of course all the wokes came out, you know,
how dare you,
and we're like, oh yeah, you know, they did all this racial stuff to him and blah 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 blah, right? Well, it turns out it was absolute hoax. And then one of the moms was like doxing all, I mean, was basically, you know, putting all the like, not only just accusing the other kids, but putting all the information out. And here, watch this.
Is absolutely unthinkable.
Press conferences and international headlines started with this video. We've blurred it because it shows a group of kids. One is drinking from a cup the kids say has urine in it. The mom of the boy drinking was outraged.
This is not a prank. This is beyond bullying. You are evil. They are evil.
Now the courts have weighed in on what happened after this sleepover.
Hey, guess what, 304?
The family.
You're in the wrong. Oh!
One of the kids accused of bullying sued the mom and her lawyer. A Collin County jury agreed. The mom and her lawyer intentionally inflicted emotional distress and publicized the private information of Asher Van.
Oops.
It was immature. It was stupid. It was nasty. But that's not who I am, and that's not me today.
Van, now 19, says he did not force anyone to drink urine, and he says he isn't racist.
We played a prank. First one who went to sleep got pranked.
His lawyer says the viral outrage will follow the group of boys for the rest of their lives.
Caused significant damage, not only to their past, but to their future.
That's why
they made this crazy story trying to say like they were beating him up and doing all types of stuff. But it was, you know, it was like, it's a stupid prank, fine. Like, hey dude, here, drink this. You're half asleep. And it's like, I wouldn't do it. But guys, to try and make it seem like it was these 3 white kids that were like, you know, junior, you know, smartsies that were messing with this black kid is absolutely insane.
He wants to try to collect the $3.2 million judgment the jury found Mom Summer Smith and her attorney must pay.
Defending my son was what I should have done, and I would defend my son still.
Smith says she plans to appeal the verdict and says there's not much she would have done differently.
Of course not.
I am attempting to move forward, attempting to move past it. My son is doing great.
Smith says she was sad to hear about the backlash Van says he experienced.
I never wanted anyone to threaten anyone at the school or anything.
The lie detector determined that was a
lie.
I simply wanted them to be held accountable in the proper way.
Her lawyer, Kim Cole, wasn't available for an interview, but says, quote, "To me, this entire verdict runs afoul of anything decent or just." She says she never called out Van by name and accused him of trying to rewrite history.
We put on evidence that they knew that the things that they were saying were not true and that they persisted in it because they were raising money off of that narrative.
There you go.
Van's lawyer says he believes the jury was convinced in part by how he says Smith used more than $100,000 in GoFundMe money. The description said it was for counseling and education.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Guys, hit the like button, guys. Let's try and hit 100 likes as we've been on a roll. I think every live for like the last month, We've hit over 100 likes, guys. So Dr. Umar has a pookie. He says, "Don't believe all women. Believe facts and all evidence. Free Tory Lanez did injustice for Justin Baldoni. Facts. Facts. Thanks for the $5, man.
You are scaring the hoes.
Appreciate that."
Which she says some of it was spent on.
What was the other portion?
She blew it all. I mean, guys, she went through it all in 1 year. Guys, she blew through all this money in less than a year.
Anything
How much going to a big birthday party?
Yeah.
They always do one big, like a party of some sort.
And a
so they
car.
spend, like,
yeah.
with life.
20 grand.
He went through a traumatic experience, and these people wanted to support him, and so I used it to help him with anything he needed.
Van says he doesn't expect to get the millions and says even though he prevailed in court, this incident has defined his life.
There was no winners in the end.
Yeah. Guys, anytime that you introduce B-dubs, you know, it's an absolute joke.
But also, where's the father?
Yeah.
Where's the father?
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine me having a son that will grow up and, you know, be put in that type of situation. And, you know, and in regards to being with a woman, there's no way I'll be with a woman that would be doing this crazy, outrageous stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I said before. Women left to their own devices always self-destruct.
Yep. Look at this, guys.
Let's take a turn now. The Chicago Auto Show is in full swing at McCormick Place, and that, of course, has a lot of people starting to dream about a brand new car. Those fancy wheels come with a big price tag. In fact, the prices seem to be way up in recent years. So we're trying to figure out, why is that? Why does it seem like the prices are only going?
Because of the cough. That's why. These greedy, dunderheaded car companies started charging a whole bunch for used and new cars. Guys, you guys remember the other live stream that we did where the guy looks at all the dealer installed stuff where they charge you an extra $20,000? This one Lexus dealership had a custom like wrap, not a paint job, but a wrap, 15 grand. $15,000. Guys, you can go to a wrap place and have your car wrapped for like $1,800. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not that expensive.
Joke.
One in one direction. NBC5's Charlie Wojciechowski is live at McCormick Place with some answers. Charlie?
Well, Steph and I am standing in the Ford area.
Charlie Wojciechowski.
That vehicle right behind me.
That's
the
not a
Ford
Polish
F-150.
name. I don't know what
it's
it
the
is.
most popular vehicle in America, and it sells for $78,640. That's the manufacturer's suggested price on the vehicle. They still sell about 450,000 of them a year.
Clown
Why
world.
are they so expensive? Well, it's complicated.
Damn, this guy was reporting on the resurrection back in the day. He's so old.
And how many of those cars get repossessed?
This guy was interviewing Columbus when they found the America. That's how long this guy's been in the game, dude. Oh no, this guy, he was at the guillotine interviewing the nobles as they were getting slaughtered in the French Revolution.
They are beautiful, shiny, and huge, and most of them have sticker prices to match.
Look at that.
It's kind of crazy right now. A lot of these are nice. I would really like one.
Why?
Really want one, but
guys, you can get a 15-year-old F-150 or Silverado that I would actually say is a better truck than anything newer.
fortunately, like in the economy right now, it's kind of tough.
Mark Rigoletti is looking for a new car that will accommodate his growing family, especially their 2-year-old daughter, Lucy.
I think it's tough because, I mean, we're millennials. We're trying to save for a house, and we have 2 cars because we have 2 different jobs, and it's a balance.
But it seems like every SUV they've looked at cost more than the one before it.
It's crazy. I know this is a pretty decked out vehicle, but still, even the basic models are 45 grand, 50 grand. It's a lot.
Automotive sticker shock is
Yes,
nothing new. New car prices have been climbing since 2016, when the average new car cost around $34,000.
Look at that, guys.
That's when they started taking off. By 2024, that price had climbed to just shy of
The
$50,000.
average car. Guys, this is Accords, Camrys, Civics, yeah. Insane.
Backing off only last year to just over $48,000. Still, that's a 10-year price bump of around 43%.
Trucks cost that much,
Automotive
too.
Trade Association.
Guys, please listen to me and listen to me good. Do not buy a new car. Do not buy, guys. First of all, there is no new car that I would drive. I don't like any of the new cars at all. I think most car guys out. If you're a man and you have testicles, obviously the 60s and the early 70s, the muscle car era, right? All of us like Mustangs and Camaros and all that other stuff, right? And then for me, I would say 89 to about 2002. That was to me, that was the best for American cars and imports. You have the E36 BMWs. You have the Accords, the Civics, the Camrys, the Corollas, the Integras. You had all those great cars. The 90s GTIs and Jettas, the Audis. They were great cars. There was no bad car manufacturer made car in the 90s. Even Saturns were decent cars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they
compared to now. Think about these like 94 and 97 Civics that are still driving. You still see, I see guys farting down the road. I just saw Colin. I just saw a GLX Jetta, the green one, the VR6, drive by me by my house. Like, oh look, it's one of those. And this guy, he was still driving it.
Yeah,
those things are to me to the pinnacle of automotive engineering because they were the most complicated, simple cars that there were. Like they were still simple, but they were like the engineering was the peak that you can get without getting too complicated. Yeah. Once you started getting in the late 2000s, that's when stuff started getting cooked. That's when they started adding all that, lane assist and extra stability control and all those extra electronics and those big screens and all that crap, touch screens and getting rid of buttons.
Guess who's mandating lane control, steering assist, mandatory backup cameras? Guess who's demanding all that be added on, which is jacking up the price of the cars?
Yeah,
the Democrats.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, did you see that Trump's Orange administration's fighting against stop start now? So because
that is being ended, and they're quashing a lot of the EPA directives.
Because guys, start Chevy's having a big problem. Guys, we went over this in the car stream. How do you make an unreliable Chevy 350?
Well, people ask, how could GM possibly screw up, the modern day version of one of the most iconic engines, the good old Chevy 350, right?
Yeah.
You know what happened?
Female leader.
Exactly. They put a female in charge of the company.
Yep. And that stop start, the lifters blow out, and then you're just cooked. And guys,
well, so
you can hold on. You can have one with like 500 miles. Guys, this is not a game here. All right, guys, I looked and like 3 or 4 of the highest mileage vehicles ever are Chevy trucks. I'm talking like 1.6 million miles. You know what I'm saying? It's some old dude. Oh, yeah. And then after I came back from Nam, I got myself this Chevy. You know what I'm saying? And homeboy's still driving it. There's one guy, he has 1.6 million miles on his truck. I think that he's rebuilt the engine once, I think, and then you clutch every now and then, But these new engines, you drive off the lot, and in 600 miles, the engine's not even broken in, and it breaks. 500-600 miles, 1,200 miles, and your car is cooked in an $80,000 truck.
My works trucks different blew up.
So the problems are there's a multitude of issues in here. So my old man was an automotive engineer, and he was retired in the 80s. And when he retired, the directive from Detroit was reduce the weight of every single part on a vehicle. We're talking nut, bolt, screw, washer, you name it, by 25%.
Jesus.
Because this was all done in the name of mileage efficiency.
Yeah.
Right, the CAFE
So
standards, yeah.
And then Colin will know this from experience working in the automotive sector, in automotive repair. We were seeing cars in the 90s that were getting damn near 43 miles to the gallon. When's the last time you guys saw any of that?
Yeah, well, Cord,
If
here's
it's
the
not a
thing.
hybrid.
But here's the thing.
Oh, hold on.
People didn't expect their cars to be fast, right? You had a Geo Metro get like 46 miles to the gallon.
Exactly.
But you knew it did 0 to 60 in 2 weeks.
Exactly.
The Honda Civic VX, that thing got 49 miles to the gallon. It was a regular gas engine Civic hatchback.
So
but you knew that if you bought the one that got almost 50 miles to the gallon, you had to be strategic. And when you hit the gas to try and pass someone or get on the highway. But now they want a car to do 0 to 60 in like 7 seconds and still get 50 miles to the gallon. That doesn't make any sense.
And you can't do it because what does just about every new vehicle come with today that adds a ton of weight to the vehicle itself?
All the electronics.
Yeah.
Not the electronics.
Airbags and all those safety.
There you go. The airbag systems. That's
Yeah.
adding a ton of weight right there. Remember the early 2000s, Ford trucks were notorious for the radiator mounts breaking, but only for the vehicles that were up north and in the Northeast. You know why?
Salt Belt country.
Salt and shit.
Yeah.
And you know what the radiator mounts were made out of?
Steel.
Magnesium.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's doing it is these engineers are pigeonholed. They have to go with these lighter weight parts because the fuel efficiency standards only need to be met when that thing rolls off the assembly line. And there was a car guy I was talking to 20 years ago who was saying that it wasn't uncommon for the rotors to go out on a new vehicle within 3,000 miles because they were machined so damn thin.
Yeah.
You guys
And
want
the other, what's killing the GM engines is if you've been watching any of this lately, they're dicking around with the oil specifications.
Yes,
because
Wicked thin oil. Yeah.
and that's what's doing it.
Yeah.
Well, it's the that garbage 020 oil, but also there was some manufacturing defects which basically amplified the problem. You guys want to hear something really, really crazy, and I am dead serious. I am not making this up. So
hold on, Colin. Look, hey, anonymous.
Yeah.
Dante said he had a Sirocco also.
That's one of my favorite cars of all time. I had an 84.
Yeah, you had one too, right?
Yeah, loved it. I got it up to 450,000 miles.
Nice.
And it was still running until the suspension gave out on it. It just couldn't do it anymore. I didn't have the money to fix it, so I ended up down to the crusher. But good car, great car.
So one of my second to last car fixing job I had was actually at a Volkswagen dealer, and there was some mandatory training that I had to go to for 2 days, right? And the guy doing the guy running the class, he was just some low-level engineer dude from corporate Volkswagen. And when we're on our lunch break, we're all eating our Panera sandwiches and stuff. So we're all just kind of bullshitting and, talking about the crap we're seeing in each other's shops and blah, blah, blah. And this dude from corporate Volkswagen, he actually told us that Volkswagen engineers, they took a base model, Volkswagen Jetta at the time, so it would have been like a 2012 model, base model. So it had like power seats for, I think maybe only the front seats. I don't recall, but nothing fancy, but it had power windows. They made like 7 prototypes where they used a 0.9 liter turbo diesel engine hybrid system. And when they're doing their testing, guess what kind of fuel mileage they were consistently getting out of these 7 cars? Just take a wild guess. I'll give you a hint.
In the 60s.
No, dude, I'll give you a hint. It's well into the triple digits.
Yeah. They were
No. They were consistently
120?
getting. No, they were consistently getting over 240 miles a gallon in all their testing, and they submitted a couple. They submitted these models to the federal government for both the crash test testing and then also for the EPA. And it was the EPA who killed it because the opacity or the particulate pollution was too high, and they couldn't quite get that down enough. And they're like, and the Volkswagen engineers were like, but the car's getting like 240 miles a gallon.
And they're like, yeah, but sir, this is going to be built in Flint, Michigan. These people have like, you're worried about this small defect, but the people's water is like poisoned, you know? You know what I'm saying? That's what the EPA was doing. It's killing the economy.
Yeah, there's some diesel hybrids that they sell in Europe. I remember hearing about that.
A lot of cars in Europe all run on diesel, but then again, they also have a good public infrastructure. But I was posting videos in the Discord of Milton Friedman, where Milton Friedman was saying government causes inflation. And this is a perfect example of why the car prices are going through the roof because of all this crap the government is mandating.
Yeah. But also, guys, during the cough, everything was shut down. The supply chain shut down. So then all these dealerships were saying, "Oh, we don't have a lot of inventory." So what's the first thing people do? Oh my God, the dealerships are running out of cars. So let's all go run to the dealerships and pay above MSRP. Yeah, that's smart.
While you're all unemployed as well.
Guys, put a 1 in this chat. If you bought a car in like the last 5 years and you started, right before the cough or during, and you started getting calls by the dealership to buy your car back from you. I guarantee you guys, most of us got those. The thing is, they're still operating on that same principle because they were making from 2020 to 2023, they were making more money per car sold because people were still just paying way too much for them. And I remember when those Kia Tellurides and those Honda Palisades, that's like a $55,000 vehicle. People were paying $80,000 for those things. Or when the new Vets came out, they were paying $100,000 over MSRP for those first Vets that came out. So you're paying $200,000 for a $65,000 car.
Yeah.
People are just so stupid. It makes no sense.
Man, that's a real shame in itself too, because man, the Corvette that was supposed to be like the average man's supercar, and GM had to F that up too.
Yeah. Now look at this. Corvette. Oops. What is it? The 01 price. Look at the price. 01. $185,000. That's starting.
Absolutely.
So
mental.
if you option it up, it can be $240,000.
Yeah, it makes the Corvette not even cool anymore if it's
but what made the Corvette not cool anymore is making it look like this. This thing's ghastly. It's horrible looking. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't called a Corvette, fine. They should have made a new name and kept, like, Corvettes have that big long hood. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes them look like a vet. This does not look like a vet. This looks like a Matchbox car. You know what I'm saying? Like,
thinking of the Stingray.
Huh?
You're thinking of the Stingrays.
No, like
a long hood.
Well, no, all Vets have a long hood. All of them. The C7, long hood. See that? The C7.
You don't know long until you've seen a Viper.
That's funny because never mind. Right there, yeah. Even the C5, my favorite. I actually think that the C6 to me is the ultimate vet. Like the C6.
But it's funny that you called it a Matchbox car because Detroit always at least according to my dad, they always referred to the Corvette as the Matchbox car because they'd always, whenever they'd get a little bit affordable, they just jack the price up on those because those things are cash cows.
Look at this C4.
They made it look like they look like a Koenigsegg.
Yeah,
C3 is baller.
Yeah,
That's
but
one of my favorite
a
cars.
lot of people hate the C3s. I like the C3s.
My favorite Corvette of all.
If you were to just
see that 1976 red one, my family had one of those that we
just
worked
tear
on.
that crap base model engine out of there and put any other Chevy performance engine in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the engine sucked.
Was it the L88? Well, the
L88 one.
Yeah,
or L82 or
all
something.
the bigger displacement ones were good, but they were
I
rare
kind of like
because
the
of the emissions.
56s.
Yeah. Like these,
The original.
Yeah, I think that the C4s are the only ones I don't know, and the C7s.
No, not those guys. Go all the way back to the first gen, the very first ones.
Yeah, I like these.
Because you notice the rear view mirror is mounted to the dash.
Yeah.
That car is amazing looking.
Yeah, but you know that they didn't come with V8s the first year.
No, straight six.
Yeah. But guys, so
it's kind of a fun little car to go tooling around in.
Yeah, you guys remember?
Or as Anonymous would say, go motoring along the countryside.
Hey, Lenny, thanks for the 304, man. Thanks for that.
Seriously, garlic croutons, dude.
No, but like the C7 is when things kind of went off the rails.
Yeah.
Then it's like we're just trying to be badass, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we're trying to be totally like radical, bro. And then the C8 looks like they brought someone's like 14-year-old in and was like, I'm gonna drive a badass car, Dad. You know what I mean? This thing's just
It's exactly what it looks like.
No, that was
this is the
somebody
Screamer
was looking
car.
at pictures of McLarens.
Oh yeah. There was
You're
one
right.
guy.
This is a streamer's car.
Yeah. A McLaren. The thing about it, someone goes, dude, just get a Ferrari or a Lambo or like an Aston Martin. He goes, because the McLaren doesn't really have the presence or the recognition. So if you're driving, at least drive a car that people know is like an expensive car, right? He goes, this just doesn't really. He goes, why? Why would you spend this on this thing? You can get a Ferrari or Lambo and have people go, oh snap, that's a Lambo. You know what I mean? So
You know what
I'm
a
not driving.
complaint on the McLaren? You know what one of the complaints on the McLaren forums is?
What's that?
Some punk
You
in an
can't put forks on the
F-16
front
tried
of
to
it?
pass him.
Say again.
Some
Fork
punk in
can't
an
put forks
F-16.
on the front of it.
Guys, I need one person at a time. Korg, you were saying?
Some punk in an F-16 tried to pass me this morning.
He starts. What's up, man?
What's up, dude? What's going on? I was just saying you can't put forks on the front of that thing.
Yeah, I've always like Aston Martins. They're like the actual cars that look a lot more expensive than they actually are. You know what I mean?
I like the Vanquish.
Yeah.
Those are-
And guys, Aston Martins are the only British car that are reasonably reliable. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna pay money, you could actually get like a 10-year-old one for a pretty decent price. And if you drive on the weekends, it'll hold up. Now, guys, even if you look at like a 2015. I mean, look at this thing. If you pull up in this thing, dude, come on, man. Like, you can get one for a good price too. Hold on.
Hey.
Of course, I'm not buying one, obviously, you know. But
Hold up. So, what year was the silver Aston Martin
James Bond.
doggone
movie
it?
one.
Who was the last James Bond? Daniel Craig. So he had that silver Aston Martin.
That's a DB9. I think it's the
Was it a
DB9.
9 or 5?
I thought it was the DB9 because the DB5.
No. He had a DB5, I think. There you go.
the
Yes,
old
it was a
school
DB5.
one. Yeah,
So
yeah, you mean old school.
You can
The old one, yeah.
If
Yeah,
I
easy, bro.
understand Aston Martin correctly, I think you can go as far back as the originals and they will still produce repair parts for the car.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And they
man.
will ship them anywhere in the world.
I know
that that is a car right there that exudes class.
I know Toyota has been doing that for the Supra and for a lot of their older cars.
They've been
and they'll
I'm
even
thinking of
let you
Nissan.
what's it? One of the
Nissan
Japanese,
has been buying up the Z series cars, the 210s that, or excuse me, the 220s and the 240s, and they've been completely restoring them.
yeah, one of the Japanese car companies actually you can get the rights to 3D print some parts. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, sweet.
For certain cars, obviously it's through some like lease program or whatever, but so they could actually make parts, which is pretty cool. So, Locke, hey, what's up, man? Appreciate the congratulations, man. Yeah, man, cars are just straight cooked, right? They're straight cooked. Now, only an idiot buys any new car, you know, and you would be stupid to have $1,000 car payment. Why?
There are many reasons behind the increases.
The supply chain demand, chip shortage, you remember the pandemic. I mean, all of these things factor into that.
And the kinds of cars we're buying are impacting prices as well.
We have to remember that a lot of people are purchasing larger SUVs that tend to kind of drive that price point up.
For now, Mark's search continues, and price is not his only priority.
Absolutely. That's the first thing. Well, we're looking at safety and reliability, but then from there, it's just a price filter of what we can afford.
And if price is your main goal, there are some inexpensive cars here on the floor. The Hyundai Venue, the Hyundai Elantra, the Chevy Trax, the Nissan Sentra, all right around the 20,000 mark new. And as I just said, they are on display here at the Chicago Auto Show. Reporting live at McCormick Place, Charlie Wojciechowski, NBC 5 News.
All right, Charlie.
What a mess. What an absolute mess.
20 grand's a bargain, guys.
Yep. Here we
It's
go.
a bargain.
CBS is laying off 50% of its staff, including Variety magazine. So that's a whole bunch of chicks, right? Right, guys? A whole bunch of chicks. These are all social media managers, recruiters, all this crap. Henry, man, thanks for handing out the memberships. I appreciate that. Thanks for that. Appreciate that, my friend. For that.
Well, don't worry.
What are you saying?
All these strong, independent, I don't need no man, blue head feminists, they'll be okay.
Yeah, they got this, man. They got it.
They got this.
Oh, guys, here's an update on this story. You guys remember this? You guys remember this poor basket? Remember him?
In the case of a Cobb County man falsely accused of an attempt.
Damn, she can get it. How you doing? On the right? Shit, man. What is going on?
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can suck start a leaf blower.
Did kidnapping inside of a local Walmart. Today, his attorneys filed a federal lawsuit against prosecutors and police.
Look at that, guys. You guys remember this Indian guy? Remember that?
Yep.
The lady tried to say that he tried to kidnap her kid, and then he was in jail for like an entire week, and they looked at the footage.
Almost 2 months. 49
yeah.
days.
Yeah. Yep. Insane. This is why, guys, when you're out and about, don't talk to these 304s. Don't look at them. You know what I'm saying? Guys, unless you're banging the chick or she's related to you, don't help women. And guys, even then, even if you're banging the chick, if you see her in public, don't even stop and acknowledge it, right?
News Barrett Peterson is live in Ackworth tonight. Barrett, his lawyers claim investigators had a vendetta against him.
Yeah, so this is a copy of the lawsuit. Mahendra Patel's legal.
Dude, he's getting paid. He's getting paid. And guys, how much you want to bet his lawyer is like one of his cousins who's been waiting for this? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna falsely accuse and arrest an Indian dude. Yo, you're cooked. In America, that he probably has cousins that are friggin' doctors and lawyers, and man, cousins that are international lawyers and stuff. You're cooked.
Team insists that prosecutors knew what really happened in the store, but they went after him anyway. Mahendra Patel called it a nightmare.
Me and my family went through hell.
47 days in jail after being falsely accused of attempted kidnapping.
What happened to Mr. Patel cannot happen in this country. It's
this guy's gonna murder them.
Yo, guys, this guy's gonna get it, bro.
Yeah.
This is just the type of lawyer you need over here. Oh,
you know damn well with a schnauzer like that, you know his last name ends in Stein.
It happened last spring inside this Walmart in Ackworth. Customer Caroline Miller says Patel tried to take one of her young children. Channel 2 talked to her shortly after.
No. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Look at this friggin' Karen. Look at this stupid broad. She actually told this story again on the news. He was trying to take my children, please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
I would sue her. I would sue her lawyer. I would sue the police. I would sue Walmart. I would sue the county. I'd sue everybody. I get paid.
He actually is. He actually is, except for the Walmart.
Yeah.
I pulled him back. We're tug of warring.
But Patel's lawyers say the store's security video showed otherwise. Patel says Miller was on a motorized scooter and that one of her kids was falling off her lap. He caught the child and handed him back to his mother. Patel's legal team claims prosecutors and police knew this, but went after their client anyway. This federal lawsuit spells it out, and Patel will be demanding compensation.
How much money is it worth to be facing decades in prison? How much money is it worth to have your name plastered all over the news as a kidnapper? So your question is how much money? My answer is all of it.
Patel says
let's go.
Let's
go.
City boy, city boy.
That guy was trying to take your soul away by
still can't believe what happened to him.
Simple trip in Walmart to get a Tylenol turned into a nightmare. I went to get a Tylenol and I got the biggest headache of my life.
I reached out to Ackworth PD and the Cobb District Attorney's Office about the lawsuit. The city says it hasn't received it yet. Once they do, they'll release a statement after a thorough review.
Hold on, guys. Here it is.
Yo, AJ, see, Tylenol ruined another life.
Yep.
In Hillsborough, a mother is charged with murder following the deaths of her 5- and 7-year-old sons. News 12's Chris Keating outside the Brookhaven Lofts complex. He has more on what investigators are learning.
These two boys, 5 and 7 years old, were found by their father last night inside the home on Shell Court. Police are telling us that dad made a 911 call, and in that call, he told police that both boys were unconscious and that his wife did something to them.
The wife and mother in this case has been identified by the Somerset County Prosecutor's Office as 35-year-old Priya Tharsini Natarajan. Investigators are telling us that around 6:45 last night, the boy's father made that call for help after getting home from work. Police say that responding Hillsborough officers went to the home and found both parents inside and the two children within a bedroom. Officers would try to resuscitate the boys, but they were unable to save their lives. Hearing of the deaths was rather troubling for neighbors we found at the complex, which sits along Route 206.
A mother killed her kids. I don't know. Like, it's very, very, sad. I pray for the families of the kids. If she's in jail, that's fine.
Others have told us that their own children went to school with the boys at the nearby Sunnymead Elementary School in Hillsborough.
It's a great tragedy. I mean, no one should be, going through that. And it's just like, Yeah, I don't even know. I just hope they find out what happened and why. What was the reason?
Here we go, guys. All right, guys. Watch. Mayor gives update on budget crisis, right? Okay, here we go.
Across New Orleans, residents like Leah Namer find themselves trapped between unfinished street repairs and roads that have been impassable for decades, which made the findings of our exclusive investigation last year all the more infuriating. We discovered a $123 million deficit in a federal street repair program called JIRR, even though FEMA had almost $400 million just waiting in D.C. for the city to use.
The way that things are happening in the city with money, we're supposed to be going to schools or infrastructure, and it's just not for whatever reason. That's unacceptable.
In December, Helena Moreno knew this meant she would be facing a mess when she took office as mayor.
Ever since we saw your
Well.
Yo, Snowboard. Yo, Homeda, what's her name? Homeda. Look, she works with wood too.
And she wants to get nailed. Oh. You know what type of wood she likes to work with the most, Secret?
What?
Tongue and groove.
your story on JIRR, obviously myself and other members of the council became very concerned.
But now, after 1 month as mayor, Moreno is even more concerned.
Even those who've been working on the...
You remember that the demon who was mayor before her was that B-Dub that was being investigated for all types of crimes. Who elects these 304s? Why? What benefit is there to putting a dunderhead like this in office?
Budget and in finance for quite some time in the city have such a lack of understanding of what the city's real financial position is.
In her first extensive one-on-one interview as mayor, Moreno told me her team lifted the financial hood at City Hall and were shocked to find more than 1,500 vendor contracts, 100 separate bank accounts, and commingled sources of revenue feeding the same accounts.
Look at
that. To come in as the CEO of the city and not to be able to fully understand what my position is right now, like where am I right now, is unbelievable to me. To not be able to understand what all these 100 bank accounts are or what's really in them and where it came from is unreal.
The new mayor says the state legislative auditor and staff...
Look at this. Watch.
So I have a deep voice as a female, and if you want to know what it's like, I was working my job at the bar because I'm a bartender while I'm pursuing music. And I went behind this guy that I've already served, okay? Like I served him a drink and then he ordered a burger.
Now this is, guys, this person's, Dante says Transformer. I couldn't even get it out before he did. Guys, she swears she's a chick.
But instead of going in front of him and laying the burger down, I went beside him, like behind him, and put it down and said, "Sir, do you want any ketchup?" And he goes, "Yes, sir." To me. Yes, sir.
Oh,
and he literally was like, "Oh my God, you scared me so bad." Oh, there's a fire truck. Gotta pull over.
Hold up. Do you not have that one sound effect of "baby, I'm gonna butter your bread"?
I'm gonna show you where the wild goose goes.
That's exactly what she said.
Sorry, was she speaking for that?
Yeah.
Let's run the real test here to see if this is a transformer. So we got to ask Snowboard. So Snowboard, would you poke it? Would you stick it?
It looks too much like Steven Tyler for me.
And so bad. And he said, "I hope that didn't bother you as much as it just bothered me. You do not look like a sir." I said, "It's fine. It wouldn't be the first time. Since half y'all on the internet also think that I'm a sir when I am not." But anyway, I just thought that'd be a funny
Maybe that's
story
because
now.
she's using her surname. Oh.
Let's see.
Yo, she said the same thing about anal. It wasn't the first time.
Oh, guys, so here, let's go over this really fast. Because I was going to do a video on this, but hold on. Because Andrew Wilson, he debates this total simp, right? This total simp about force doctrine. And guys, he's just red-headed simp. Watch. Jesus. Like look at this guy. Hold on. Okay. Watch this.
Feminists ever take out the patriarchy? How do feminists ever take out the patriarchy without appealing to an enforcement arm, which is going to be necessarily patriarchal? How's that even possible?
Well, there could be robots, drones.
Who builds all the drones?
Somebody built some drone that builds more drones.
Who builds
now.
them, Ian?
I don't know. Somebody.
Men. Who builds all the weapons? Men. Who knows how to use all the weapons?
Together.
Men. Who can carry all the weapons? Men. Who can load all the tanks? Men.
It's not
it's always men.
100% thing. There are women that also do that stuff.
Sometimes.
Guys, you know what I have to say to this, guys?
Nice.
This is gonna drive me to drink, dude. Guys, oh god, this is here. We'll get through as much of this as we can, but I want to do maybe like an entire live stream on this whole Tim Pool cast. You know what I'm saying? Because the chick on here, she's going back and forth with him, and she has no clue what she's talking about. And then this redheaded simp, this hippie peyote smoking idiot, you know what I'm saying? Just a total beta male.
So the thing is like utilizing this idea that, feminists want this for women. Feminists also want to deconstruct patriarchal systems.
Right.
So let me give you a logical argument here, okay, that I'd like you to respond to. How can feminists do that without appealing to the patriarchy? How can they take down the patriarchy without then appealing to the patriarchy in an infinite regress?
No, guys, that's an excellent question, isn't it? And guys, the thing about this question is so simple, it's difficult for people to understand. We've civilized the West, we've civilized the world so much, so we have this is what I call the ignorance of abundance. They don't understand that in places like Afghanistan, where all the men said, hey, guess what, women, you have no rights. The women don't have any rights anymore. And all the time in Africa and the American Revolution, whatever, all the men said there is no government. We do not recognize this government anymore. The Bolshevik Revolution, when men act, if we don't want the government, there's no more government. That's what men do because we own the monopoly on force. This is simple. And a friend of mine, he was not getting it either. He was like, yeah, but how did women get the right to vote? I was like, we gave it to them. Yeah, but they fought for it. I was like, and how? I said, how do men fight for things? Guns, knives, machetes. You know what I'm saying? That's how we fight for things. What, women just handed out some pamphlets? That's what they consider fighting. I'm a violent feminist because I go out and march with my stupid sign. You know what I'm saying?
AJ, so I can sum this up in 2 words. January 6th. Look at just how easy it was.
Guys, always say J6. Whatever.
Okay.
Don't even say the date because it'll get you dinged, all right?
Well, just look at that. Just how easy it was to have, these politicians, shaking in their boots.
Yeah. But guys, think about it. They act like this hasn't happened, where just men just unilaterally decided women have no rights, guys. And basically half the world, the Middle East, large swathes of Africa, women have no rights, none. And you haven't seen any women lead some friggin' movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you go, yeah. What about Joan of Arc?
Yeah.
She was in charge of men. Queen Elizabeth was in charge of men and directed men to because they have a monopoly on force. This is not hard to understand.
Yeah.
This is what I mean, seriously, but the ignorance of abundance. Women actually think that they've made political change and progress. It's no, men gave it to them. We decided, you know what? Let's just shut these broads up and let them vote. Well, not we, but there was rich corporatists and politicians who decided this. And the kind of country has been suffering ever since, you know? But
how do you mean?
Well, I would argue that
now-
men have the monopoly on force.
Okay.
Overwhelmingly, they have the monopoly on force, and they always will have the monopoly on force. My proof and evidence is half of the world. Half of the world right now, if they decide women are, and did, they were. And women could never appeal to anybody except men for their rights because they don't have force. So because that's true, you tell me how it is that women, feminists, how it's actually logical for them to say we're going to dismantle the patriarchy, even though via the force metric, they're going to infinitely have to appeal to it for their rights.
So you're saying like if all men wanted to, women like they would be able to do it because men are.
yes. If all men wanted to just SA chicks and these 304s and throw them in cages, that's how it works. In the same way that guys, I hate to say this, but guys, if all white Americans, white people wanted to put blacks and Asians and Hispanics back in the chains, there's nothing we could do about it, guys. There, maybe we could hold out for a little bit, but guys, I'm sorry, the majority in every country has the monopoly on force. That's why you have to change people. You have to change things based on appealing to people's goodness and benevolence. You know what I'm saying? To create new social norms and policies, you know? But guys, people don't understand how this works, how this force doctrine works. You know?
Stronger than women, etc.
Like half the world.
Right. But he
so
needed to sort of,
it presupposes how most of the observable world actually operates.
in that respect, and that's not what I'm taking issue with. The part that I'm taking issue with is just that it would break along these lines very neatly.
No. That's not the argument.
But what he presented to you is just that it would be like saying, like, if you have a group of people whose names start with the letter A, and then you have all the people whose names start with the letter B to Z, and all of those people work together to overcome the people whose names start with A, then yes, almost by definition, they would be able to like overcome the people with A, probably.
No.
What is she talking about?
God, thank you, guys. Do you see how these woke-uos have to make things so difficult?
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah.
Whoever owns a monopoly on force, it can enforce people's rights. I would even say that if white women decided to try, was it white women are 34% of the population, black men were like 7.5%. If white women tried to enslave us black men, they'd be cooked. They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. There's too much of a force differential there. If white women tried to enslave Hispanic men, it's not happening. If you take a neighborhood of like 400 chicks and you take 50 men, those 50 men could take out that whole neighborhood. I mean, could conquer that whole like neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
We see this with the Ponytail Patrol, where 4 women can't even take down one small man.
Exactly. And that's even with firearms. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about how much men can carry in the battle, how we organize, how much extra ammunition that we can carry, how much extra gear with armor plating and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? People don't understand these other than just brute strength, like how men are built for more, how much more damage we can tank. Falling off a 2-story building, just tucking and rolling. You know, women can't do that. You know, so
yes, but also no.
Say again.
I was gonna say, even getting hit. Like I've seen women get hit by men before, and they go flying.
Yeah. Yep. It's true. That's like what's crazy is yes, All right. Watch Manny Pacquiao versus Margarito, and then watch Manny Pacquiao versus Miguel Cotto. Guys, they actually scanned Manny Pacquiao, and his bones are actually more dense than someone his size. So not only is he fast, but he's like swinging like cement blocks in his hands. So that's why he hits people, and their faces are busted up immediately. You know. That would be the. You guys ever see that episode of The Simpsons where Homer is a boxer, and it turns out?
Oh, where is it? Is it Halapalooza? Or?
No. Homer's skull is so thick that it's like he has a natural football helmet in his head.
Yeah.
So he would box, and guys would just hit him and get tired, and then he just push him over, and then he wins.
But then he fights Mike Tyson.
And then Mike Tyson hits him like 4 times. You're like, ah.
So let's copy up.
Guys, hit the like button, please.
A few things. First and foremost, do you agree with me that there have been many revolutionary fights and revolts?
Yes.
Okay. Can you name any of them that were led or fought by women ever in history?
No, I don't believe so.
Ever in history?
No, I don't believe so.
One time in history?
No, I don't believe so.
So then what's going on is that
Boudica, the
no.
Celtic, they fought the Romans.
No,
Yeah,
that was men, guarantee it.
No,
we can look it up.
Was a queen.
I mean, like they were
even if it's a queen, she's ordering the men to go fight for her. That's what Andrew Wilson's saying. That's what people don't understand. Now, if there's a queen and they're like the friggin' Amazons from Themyscira and they're all chicks, which that's a joke because they get wiped out. You know what I'm saying?
Hang on. Having a queen there doesn't mean that the people who have the monopoly on force weren't men, because it's always men who have the monopoly on force. And so the reason she can't point to any time ever in history that's revolts and things like this were ever in operation by women. Women can never successfully take their freedom back from a patriarchal. Hang on, let me finish.
Okay.
They can never take their freedom back from a patriarchal force without appealing to a patriarchal force. Ever. Not that queen, not any queen, not any person ever in the history of all of mankind.
Like you said, because it hasn't happened, it can't happen.
It can't.
But that's saying.
Isn't that the most liberal, like, woman thing that you've ever heard? You imagine that.
This guy's zesty.
What a joke.
Yeah, I used to watch that Tim Cass thing a little bit now, like years ago.
Yeah.
And it was okay, but once they had this guy on, he was always kind of a douche. They had this other chick, not her, it was kind of ugly chick. They were just kind of annoying a little bit over time.
Yeah. I don't get it. So, well, hold on, guys. Let's do this.
The only justification is because it hasn't happened yet.
But this guy was the worst.
No, the justification is that men are much.
Is he supposed to be like the liberal voice on here?
I think he was supposed to be like a helper, but he ended up like would spout off too much and make it about him. So he would always like try to play devil's advocate.
Well, he should go back to cleaning toilets because that's about all he's good for.
No, he always like part of what he would do that would suck is the show would actually be having a pretty good conversation, and then he would butt in and ramble about some meaningless horse shit that took away from the actual productive discussion. That's like what he does, kind of.
Well, there's always that one, you know what I mean, that tries to make things about them. Yeah. That's why he talks like a chick. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know how women can't talk about generalities. Well, I don't do that. It's like no one said you did. We're talking in general. You dunderhead.
Much stronger than women.
But guns are
overwhelming
for that purpose.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's get 10 women in a room and hand them a magazine and watch what happens.
But the great equalizer, the ballistic, is
it's not a great equalizer.
Just like with the monkeys, the biggest, strongest monkey would be the alpha. What happens is with these equalizers is men take the equalization away from women because they're much stronger, which is why you see all these police officers getting disarmed and women in combat getting their ass stomped. That's why you don't see female Navy SEALs. That's why you don't see any of that, because they can't do it. They're physically incapable of doing it. Now, even if I grant you an outlier, even if I grant you G.I. Jane, who never came to fruition, G.I. Jane never existed, never came to fruition because they can't do it. But even if I granted you a G.I. Jane, an outlier, the exception would prove the rule.
So the thing is like the reason she can't name a single time that there's been a successful revolt or women gaining their rights by force from men without appealing to men is because it's never happened and it can't. So because of that, my argument is simply this. How do feminists ever take out the patriarchy without appealing to an enforcement arm, which is going to be necessarily patriarchal? How's that even possible?
Well,
ding, 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 ding. Like, dude, game, set, match, checkmate. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. Do not pass go, you know? Do not collect $200. There's no way around this. This is the most basic, and the only argument these idiots have against this is my fifis don't like it, my feelings. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not fair. What are you talking about?
Sounds like a misogynist.
Yeah.
Well, they're just going to bring up meaningless garbage the rest of the time and not really address what he's saying. What will happen most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There could be laser beams from outer space.
An enforcement arm that is not human male. Is that you're asking?
I can logically grant that all powerful great.
Do you see the lengths that they have to go to?
That's what I'm saying.
What kind of foolishness? And this is why, guys, like people have asked me why I don't do debates, because the whole the debating part of YouTube is blowing up and stuff. Guys, I have no patience. I would take that water bottle Andrew has and I would throw it right at that redhead dude's face. I'm serious, because I fucking don't have the patience. I try to not swear. I don't have the patience for it. I don't. It's like, you're being stupid. That you're being difficult. That you're just trying to derail the conversation because you have nothing. There's thousands of people watching this stream that they're on now, and you're being an absolute donkey. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? It doesn't make any sense.
Alien species comes down here.
Drones.
And then you're appealing to the gray alien species to control the men.
For a type of force other than the human male that could be appealed to. I'm talking
who builds all the drones,
robots
Ian?
And ballistics.
Who builds all the drones?
At this point, more drones.
Who builds them?
Somebody built some drone that builds more drones.
Who builds them, Ian?
I don't know. Somebody.
Men.
Could be men. Could
who
be
builds
women,
all the weapons? Men.
He's
who
never
knows how to use all the weapons? Men. Who can carry?
Say it.
That other redhead guy, he's never worked a real job or something, so he doesn't understand like where things come from and stuff like that. Like,
but Snowboard, he's never been in a fight. He's never been around violence. He's never seen people getting shot at. He's never seen any of that. And guys, please, once again, you guys' homework, right, is to go. Hold on. Pull this up. Okay,
$20 says he has a degree in women's studies.
Guys, go to this video right here and watch all these Gen Z and millennials reacting to the beginning scene of Saving Private Ryan.
Oh yeah,
guys, just watch this. They can't believe that this is real. Like, just watch their reactions on like.
This is
how are they supposed to get through
They're just
this?
getting slaughtered.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget the part where the guy kicks his arm up off the beach.
Yeah. So like, all these people have no clue what war, what violence, what any of this is.
So sad and terrifying.
You know what's even better?
He's gonna bleed out.
Say again?
You know what's even better? When they're watching some of the boot camp scenes from Full Metal Jacket with Gunnery Sergeant Hartman.
Yep.
And you get these women saying, he doesn't have to be so mean.
Yeah. So guys, like, there's different mashups of all these different people watching this. This is like, so like, you can see there's like, I can't believe this actually happened. Is this real?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, guys, check it out. But you can see that they have no clue what war, what violence, what any of that stuff is. They have no clue. That, guys, here's the thing. We grew up watching war movies, our dads talking about like their friends who were in or whatever, or our dads who would served, or uncles who served. So we even for those of us who didn't serve, we have an understanding of like, bro, like the men who came before us, and like even the men who were on this panel who served, the sacrifice that you guys made, right? Even if you guys, you guys made it back, but what you saw, what you risked, what you sacrificed, guys, even the risk when you sign up, there's a good risk. You could just not. They have training accidents where guys don't come back, you know? So like this new generation has no clue. They have no, like, it's sad. It really is how disconnected that millennials and Gen Z are. I would say that there's a lot of Gen X because of 9/11. You know what I'm saying? Guys who signed up then. But like, you know, mid to young millennials and Gen Z, they have no clue, and they have just no yearning to learn about what these men went through, or like what you guys went through, Corrigan and Seagate, like what you guys went through. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's something that men should learn, because we never know what's gonna pop off. Like, you have to know about, I don't want to say the evils of the world, but it's the
realities.
Yes, they have,
and that's what I was going to get
how
to.
The world really works, you know. So
you know what I attribute a lot of this to, and I was screaming about it back in the 90s, and people just blew me off as, "Oh, you're being overreactive, or you're being ridiculous." It's when they started when they started introducing this crap of 2 + 2 = 4. How does that make you feel? Yeah, what drives me nuts is whenever I hear somebody say, I feel.
Yeah.
You know, AJ, there was a car wreck right in front of your house. You know, that would be, how did that make you? What did you think? And then you say, well, I feel bad for the drivers. No. But also, they were taking away recess. They were taking away stuff like dodgeball.
PE,
you know,
in general.
PE.
Yeah.
Everything that had to do with the biggest issue with these younger millennials and the Gen Zers is they have no coping skills.
Yeah.
Their phone battery runs out of life. They don't know how to deal with it.
Keep talking, guys. I'll be back.
Yeah, you know, I remember doing basic training. Yeah, I remember doing basic training. You remember we had to go through NIC, was it night infiltration course, night fire, where you have to, you know, crawl through like several hundred meters under barbed wire, sand, and they got explosions and firing overhead with tracer rounds. Do you remember going through that? And I remember, you know, how wild and crazy that was, and we had people that lost it just during night fire training. You know, to build that, to simulate combat and to start, you know, desensitizing you to what that could be like.
Yeah, because you got to think and react under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
We had service week in Navy boot camp, and good God, we only slept 4 hours a night, and then 3:30 in the morning they were rousting us out of our racks, and we had to be marching to the chow hall by 4 o'clock so that we could get breakfast ready, running the scullery and everything else. And we were in the mess hall until we knocked off at midnight. Got back to our barracks and barely had enough time to take a shower and hit our racks again. And we did that for 7 days straight, and it sucked.
Yep, a whole week. Yep, and that we had night fire, bivouac, and that was like a whole week long of just not pleasant experience, not a very pleasant experience.
And then you guys had your DIs, and we had company commanders who were, you know, yelling at us, and you know.
Oh, mine was a sadist. I'll never forget him. Drill Sergeant Mondragon. He was something else.
guys, here, put a 1 in the chat if you're a veteran. Put a 1 and then put the branch you served in. So
hey, real quick, AJ, I threw a link in the private chat.
Yeah. Here we go.
Pull that one. So
remember this.
Let me give you guys a little bit of context on this, because I actually had a guy show me this video when it happened. This happened on the USS Theodore Roosevelt back in '91, and they're getting an A6 lined up for a nighttime launch. And this guy got sucked into the jet intake, and he lived. And he's the only documented case that I'm aware of that this happened. Normally, somebody gets sucked into a jet intake, they get turned into ground hamburger.
Thank you. To know how he lived, is he Kryptonian or something?
So watch.
Look.
And so that resulting flash was the engine getting FOD'd, and that's FOD, foreign object debris. This is a shorter video, but what happened is there was a lot of intercom traffic that was going on, and he was playing the videotape for me because we went to the same command back in '93. He was telling me about this and showed me the tape. And there was a lot of chatter going back and forth, and somebody said, no, the air boss says he's never seen anything like this. And the air boss is the guy who runs the flight deck from up on the control tower. And they're all trying to troubleshoot to find out why the hell the plane shut down. And then next thing you know, you saw a pair of legs come popping out of the intake. And then finally this guy pops out, and it took several seconds before they realized he was standing there, because nobody knew he got sucked in, and he gets sucked in about a fraction of a second. And that's just the kinds of crap that you put up with in peacetime.
That's one of the most insane videos I've ever seen.
The flight deck of an aircraft carrier is the most dangerous working environment in the world.
Yeah. Guys, look. Here, the fact that planes do controlled crash landings on the flight deck all the time.
That is correct.
And then there's that big steam thing that goes, that catapult goes, dude,
Yep.
You won't catch me on there. I don't think it, and that's, guys, I think about all the moving parts without, and that's minus the weather. If it's raining, if it's windy, if it's super hot, if it's any of that, the conditions alone are bad enough, right?
Dude, we were doing flight ups off the coast of Alaska. Where the air was so thick you could cut it with a knife. It was so humid.
All right, because here we go. This is another judge, right? And apparently she tried to defend herself. Hold on, let's see.
She's kind of hot looking.
Here we go.
I know. Christmas.
She violated
backing session.
And she has a female judge she's going against.
Then kind of show up the other thing. Of probation matter. Possible disposition due to the fact that we don't have the probation officer here in front of us. And I know I've said this to you several times since we've met. You have the right to an attorney through all stages of these proceedings. You continue to represent yourself at the previous hearings and the dates we've had here. Is that your wish today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you understand that you have the right to an attorney. You're waiving.
Oh wait, guys, hold on. Wait, so she was removed from the bench 7 years ago. What did she do? Hold on.
Document C. I haven't stopped being a judge. That hasn't changed. Whether or not I'm able to go into the courthouse, depending on what somebody thinks today or tomorrow, that hasn't changed. I've always wanted to do my job. That's why I ran for it. The citizens of the city of Rochester voted me in. It is a very odd thing to see when the voters' will is subverted by a group of individuals who decide they know what the voters want better than
I don't know what she did originally, but she became a defense attorney
You're a black
after
woman.
this.
I'm asking you, baby girl. Do
Oh,
you?
please.
Because there's not one judge that's ever been removed from the bench for DWI, including judges that pissed on cop cars including judges that tried to take.
Oh, did she get a couple of DWIs?
All I know is that wall hit her at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah. Oh, guys, hold on. Look at this. Okay. Oops.
Is back to work. Well, Leticia Stasio is back to work. This is her first murder case, and she was found not guilty of violating the terms of her probation back in April. That verdict allowed her to keep her law license. Now she is the new counsel for Nashim Burton, who's been charged with murder and robbery. Stasio said this morning, defending Burton goes to her passion for practicing law.
I think that there's something I can do. I try not to turn them away. I try
Look at those SSRIs, guys. Yeah, this is a demon.
to help them in whatever. This case is just a tragic case all the way around. I mean, the accusations involve teenagers who are accused of a heinous event, and it results in the loss of life for a young man from the community. This is everything that, you know, I try my best to prevent and to intercede.
Shut up. I don't know what she got in trouble for in the first place. Guys, look. Here's another B-dub judge that was trying to defend herself. Hold on. Let me do watch later. Look.
It is the judgment of the majority that the respondent, Kendra Coleman, be removed from the office of district judge.
Moments later,
Well.
County District Court Judge Kendra Coleman silent. No comment after her official.
She's dressed like a literal 304.
If she is returned.
Did you see that? She dressed like a literal 304.
Slap in the face to your colleagues.
Prosecution laying out its case Friday morning, recalling how witnesses said Judge Coleman treated them from the bench.
The complaints are all the same.
Yeah.
The eye rolling, the sighing,
Yeah.
the huffing, the cutting people off.
Reminding the panel
So
of
in other words, being a B-dub. Guys, look at this. She loves this attention.
Yeah.
She loves it. She loves it, guys.
She's like the demolition man of B-dubs.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Horrible.
voice in a dog moment. Had the district attorney's office accusing her of bias in favor of a campaign donor.
One photograph allowed in a murder case.
What?
Raised some eyebrows. They looked into some ethics filings. They weren't there.
How low a bar do you want to set in a situation like this? You must protect your office.
Judge Coleman's attorney arguing the investigation on whether to remove her was incomplete.
Imagine the canvas that was painted by their inability, the council's inability to do a fair and unbiased investigation.
Oh, shut up.
Her supporters arguing that she was
I'm sorry, guys, for the jump scare
never
there.
given a fair chance from the beginning,
Yeah,
as witnessed by fellow judge Alicia Timmons.
Yeah, guys, the gap in her judgment's almost as big as a gap in her teeth. Oh,
Yeah. A gavel through there.
Yeah.
Timmons.
And that before she could even get her feet wet, they have picked on her in ways that are petty, ignorant, racist.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Come on.
And completely outrageous. And it has been tough to watch.
She can get it.
Now, the panel said this decision will not disqualify her from holding office in the future, but whether.
Here you go, guys. This is the first judge. Oh man, hold on. Where was that juvenile judge?
This is breaking news from News 8.
Good afternoon. Lots of breaking news here at this noon hour. The first, New York's highest court has stripped Rochester City Court Judge Leticia Stasio of her judgeship, effective
What'd she
immediately.
do?
This culminates a long legal process process which began with Estasio's arrest for drunk driving back in February of 2016. Leah Lando joining us now from the newsroom with...
Whoa, there you go. How you doing? Right on, man.
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can start a leaf blower.
More on this breaking story. Leah?
Well, Mark, in this 8-page document, the State Court of Appeals upholding a decision to remove Leticia Estasio as city court judge. Now, we were at her home this morning. Here's some video from that as the news broke this morning. As you can see, she drove off. She did not stop to talk to the media. Estasio has faced scrutiny over the past couple of years, starting with her DWI arrest back in 2016. The now former city court judge has not heard a case since then and has served jail time. However, she continued to collect a 6-figure salary. According to New York's highest court, Estasio violated several rules of judicial conduct, including seeking preferred treatment from the arresting officers and violating terms of her conditional discharge by ignoring the court and leaving the country for an extended period of time without notifying them. She also says she failed to disqualify herself from presiding over the arraignment of a former client and cites insensitive and undignified comments that she made in court. Now, this 8-page decision also referencing her inability to recognize the seriousness of her misconduct and says that they're not persuaded she genuinely accepted responsibility for her actions and instead pointed to excuses. Mark?
Leah, thank you for the live update. In a statement, supervising
Here,
judge...
guys. Wait, there's another one.
It is.
Here you go.
Well, embattled juvenile judge Tracy Hunter breaking
Yeah,
the silence.
Look at this judge, guys.
Well. For the first time and only with WLWT.
Right, the exclusive interview comes after she was rearraigned and rebooked into the jail this morning. Hunter pleaded not guilty this morning to the amended charge of misusing a credit card. Judge Patrick Dinkelhocker ordering Hunter to be processed again today with a new mugshot and fingerprints before being released. Now her attorney is asking the new judge in her case to step down.
But why take a judge, send her back to the Justice Center, have her booked and processed again when she's already been through that process? It only serves to humiliate.
She humiliates herself. Hold on. This is who is this?
Bennett says that he's also filing a motion now for dismissal, but Judge Dinkelhocker made it clear today her retrial will begin June 1st, he says. WLWT News.
She got her law. I guess she lost her law license.
Yeah,
Former juvenile court judge
but she's
Tracy Hunter.
disabled. You know, she has no ass at all. She has that Dilly syndrome. She's handicapped.
She has hidden cheeks syndrome.
Hunter became one of the most divisive figures in Cincinnati political and legal circles last decade.
Her story included unusual courtroom confrontations, like her exchange with a judge at her sentencing hearing.
I gave her an opportunity to speak, and that was turned down. It's not being offered now.
Guys, there you
Please
go.
have a seat.
There's those Zoloft eyes.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
Denying my right as a defendant to address the court.
Look at that. He said, ma'am, former judge, you need to sit down.
I'ma kill your bitch ass, bitch!
Ma'am, I will not have this in my court.
I hope you die of AIDS, ho!
Ma'am, please have a seat.
I just want to make sure. Thank you.
Now Hunter faces a different kind of hearing. Local
those
12's James
crazy
Filter
eyes.
has a look at what's ahead and what led to this point.
Look at those eyes.
Yeah, this is a Lori Lightfoot type.
Look at
another
that,
one
guys.
of a B-dub with these bulbous eyes.
Yeah.
Well,
Now, the
this
final
is unfair
chapter.
because look, she was rearrested, rearranged, and she's being rear-ended.
Chapter of this case, which began in 2014, could come this week as Tracy Hunter heads to Columbus tomorrow in a bid to continue practicing law after her felony conviction. Tracy Hunter is scheduled to appear Tuesday morning before the Ohio Board of Professional Conduct. That's the agency that handles discipline of lawyers and judges in the state, where she will argue to resume practicing law.
Yeah.
A jury convicted Hunter in 2014 of passing along confidential documents to her brother, who faced a disciplinary hearing at the time and eventually was fired from his county job.
Whoa! So her brother had a job with the county and was having disciplinary issues, and she somehow got a hold of the documents that pertained to his disciplinary case and gave it to him. What a joke! So she probably like went on the server under her login and like printed him out under her login. You dumb. You don't think that they checked that?
She also faced charges of allegedly backdating documents to prevent prosecutors from appealing her decisions.
Dumbass.
But a jury could not reach a verdict on those charges, so prosecutors dropped them. After years of appeals, including a stay by a federal court, Hunter eventually served 11 weeks of a 6-month jail sentence. Here she is going limp and being dragged out of court.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Just acting like children, man.
Guys, come on.
Oh, she passed out like gold.
Come on, man. Look at that.
On the day of her sentencing. Following her conviction, the Ohio Supreme Court suspended Hunter's law license indefinitely, and Tuesday's hearing is the final step in that process. Her lawyer declined comment Monday, as did the state's disciplinary council. The case enraged many in the city's African-American community, with advocates saying she was persecuted for being a successful woman of color.
Oh, please!
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Secret. Tim Hicks, Dante, anyone black in this chat, sound off. Guys, this is why people like me and Secret and everyone in the chat, guys, the whole black community thing is just cooked.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? This is our community. Guys, here's the thing. Don't ever show up for anyone until you get the facts. Because then you'll end up looking like clowns, like these idiots. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't think that's for black women. Please.
State Senator Cecil Thomas is one of her many supporters and plans to speak at her disciplinary hearing. Here he is back in 2019 when he called for a possible economic boycott at the time of Hunter's sentencing.
Please.
They're going to pay a heavy price for it. It's just that simple. That would be an economic slowdown.
And he should be fired too.
If you want to call it boycott. As the city
is plugged into the.
What a joke. Guys, we have to cover the entirety of this case because I'd never heard of this. Guys, hold on.
I've seen it before.
Breaking at noon, former juvenile court judge Tracy Hunter ordered to serve 6 months in jail. Watch what happens next.
Now, what's this person doing?
Well, at least one woman was taken into custody after rushing to be by Hunter's side. And just moments ago, we received Hunter's mugshot taken by the Hamilton County Justice Center.
What a joke.
And after the sentencing, everybody is talking about this. It appears Hunter went limp and had to be dragged from court by deputies.
Right.
None of your sides, Alec Kramer and Paola Seward, were at the hearing, but we start with Paola. She breaks down what happened inside the courtroom. And Paola, I was watching online, and this was very intense.
Yeah,
man, Paola can get it too. Man, guys, we're on a roll today. Check that out.
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can suck start a leaf blower.
No, Ryan, I've actually never seen anything quite like this. I mean, inside the packed courtroom, when Judge Patrick Dinkelacker announced that Hunter would be spending the next 6 months in jail, well, her supporters started screaming. And as you mentioned, Hunter was then removed from the courtroom by a deputy. And I want to show you the video of what exactly that looked like because our cameras were rolling as this happened. So this is what it looked like in the courtroom moments after her sentence was executed. You know, after the sentencing, Hunter appeared to go limp and had to be dragged from.
Do you guys see? Look, she's totally.
Damn, I thought she really fainted
because her arms would be up. You know what I'm saying? Like in that position, guys. Do you see? She's totally conscious. Like she's looking around. Is the camera getting this? Is the camera getting this?
Or by a deputy.
Someone said Waffle House court.
I was just about to say like a Waffle House, man.
Guys, we did hit 100 likes, guys. I appreciate that. Thanks, you guys.
Well, she kind of gotten herself in this situation because she wasn't obeying waffle orders.
Oh,
and she should have been at home cooking chicken and waffles. Oh.
Then Judge
Look,
Dinkelacke.
see? What? Look at her face.
Then Judge Dinkelacke stood in front of her supporters for quite some
Take
time,
that,
but
Dinkelacke.
before executing Hunter's sentence, Dinkelacke raised a few points. He said he has received 45 postcards to his home pressuring him to exonerate Hunter. Most of them were anonymous, and 7 of them, he says, started by saying, quote, "I'm a registered voter."
If the attempt was to intimidate me in any way, that has flat out failed, okay? I will never, ever, ever bow to that type of pressure, veiled threats, vicious comments, lies about me or anything else. I've been a judge for 28 years.
She's lost peace of mind, not knowing when that day was going to come that she'd have to go to jail. That's a lot for one person to have on her shoulders.
Oh, please.
She's held on, though, to her character, and she has continued to serve the community through her passing.
Now, Dinkelacke also read a letter from Hamilton County Prosecutor Joe Dieters, where Dieters wrote that Hunter has never felt remorse and that he believes she has some sort of, quote, mental condition, to which Hunter's attorney disagreed with and asked Dinkelacke to not execute the sentence. Now, the judge did give Hunter the chance to speak. She decided not to at first, and when time got closer to the announcement of her sentence, she decided to stand up and talk, but Dinkelacke did not allow it then. Now, of course, the reaction from her supporters, it started inside the courtroom, but then went through the halls of the courthouse, eventually making its way outside right here behind me. And that's where we find the 9 on Your Side's Allie Kramer, who was there while all of that happened. So,
Hey, Allie.
Allie, what can you
Here, Snowboard. You go right.
Hey,
I'll
Allie.
go left. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the
Yeah.
cans on the chick in the purple,
Yeah.
dude.
She's a hay baler. Yeah.
Man, oh man.
Pair of titties make you want to stand up and beg for
Yeah,
buttermilk.
the girl on the left is too skinny for me. It's too much like a Skeletor type chick. I need a hefty.
He needs the butter churning shoulders.
Yeah.
Yo, Snowboard, you want to put some baby batter on them titties?
And, Paula, there were so many people, dozens of them, in fact, standing just outside the courtroom doors because it was at capacity inside. And, they couldn't hear anything that was going on inside. Someone actually burst out of those doors and yelled, "No justice." And really, that was the first indication to those of us who were outside the courtroom that, yes, former Judge Tracy Hunter was, in fact, going back to jail. And, we saw similar chaos that was there outside in the hallway that really was a range of emotions. A lot of people very angry, yelling that the sentence is unfair. But a lot of people were also in tears. Some told us that they were upset about the decision, but also upset for the future of the city. We heard people yelling to boycott the city. And we actually talked to the president of the Baptist Ministers Conference of Cincinnati, who was noticeably upset and made mention that this could have repercussions against the city.
As the Baptist Ministers Conference, we will make a decision to shut this city down.
Oh, please.
Come on.
Keep playing with these people. We cannot keep up.
This guy is lying his tits off.
He's crying, guys. He's crying.
Beta man.
Guys, seriously, he's crying. He's crying. Look at that, guys. Gay. Are you serious right now? We gonna keep playing. We gonna shut this city down. Please.
He's gonna go
Come
home
on.
and drink like an entire bottle of vodka to his head. It looks like he wants to drink.
Nah,
so
it's
bad,
it's
he's
gonna be
shaking.
a cognac.
Yeah.
Look at this shit.
Nice bottle of Hennessy.
No, what's so interesting?
The guy's acting like crazy. That's basically a crisis actor, guys. Like looking for work.
Look at that, guys. We can't have this keep happening to our people. Oh, look, they're at the judge's house. Look at this.
Matter! Black women matter! Black women matter!
Protesters show up at a local judge's home after he sends a former colleague to jail.
Look at this.
Good evening, everyone.
They're at his house.
Holy crap. Yeah, I remember seeing this story years ago. I'm surprised you haven't seen it before.
Guys, I need to get the whole timeline of this case.
Yeah,
And
how's
we
that
need to
even
go over
legal?
this. Huh?
Like, how's that even legal? Going to a judge's house?
It's probably because it's on the public
Well,
side.
because they're on the public sidewalk.
Yes, but here's the thing: if they do anything that's intimidating or aggressive, that is a crime. You can't. They're judges and not law enforcement, but
prosecutors.
What do they call judges and district attorneys?
Public servants.
Yeah. You can't do the same things to them as you can do to other people. I know that sounds odd, but like I can't go up and intimidate a judge. Like there's a bad penalty for that. You know what I'm saying? Assaulting one, intimidating one, threatening one. There's laws on the books so that people don't try and do that.
And this caps a dramatic day in Cincinnati, all centering around a former juvenile court judge who tonight is a jail inmate.
And it all started when Judge Patrick Dinklager upheld Tracy Hunter's 6-month sentence.
Do these people not have anything better to do? I mean, honestly, like, guys, I don't know.
I keep thinking about that song, Betty Davis Eyes. No, those are SRI eyes. No. Oh.
Absolutely insane, man. Who's this?
Officially filed.
What is this? NES? What is this?
A Metro Council member has officially filed a resolution to replace the CEO of the Nashville Electric Service.
This comes after thousands of NES customers were left in the dark for days, or in some cases weeks, during the recent winter storm.
She can get it too.
Community members, city leaders, and state leaders have all criticized NES leadership for how the utility company handled the storm, accusing NES of being unprepared and communicating inefficiently. Now, council member Emily Benedict has filed a resolution calling on the NES board to fire CEO Teresa Broyles.
I knew it.
Well.
We knew that, guys. We knew there had to be a chick in charge.
Alpin. Now, only the board has the authority to do that. As it stands, replacing NES leadership seems to be the consensus among city and state leaders.
But they may have a different idea of what that would look like. At the height of the outages, State House Speaker Cameron Sexton went as far as saying NES's executive leadership should be fired and the board all replaced. And he insinuated...
Guys, here's another judge. Guys, look at this.
Tonight, the 7 investigators showed you how one of the state's most popular judges arrives to work late, leaves early, and sometimes
insiders. Now there's evidence that Judge Vonda Evans
This chick's even
submitted
hotter.
false attendance.
Yeah.
She's like one of the hottest ones.
Yeah, they're like hot for teacher type look that
Yeah.
or your friend's new older stepmom,
Reports to the Wayne County Court.
those reports could land her in hot water, along with just where 7 investigator Ross Jones found Evans on the same day that she never showed up to work.
Look at that, guys.
Would you say that I should have been there earlier? Absolutely. I'm wrong. Guess what? I'll admit that.
In one of the busiest criminal courts in the state, Judge Vonda Evans admits she shows up to work when she feels like it. She's comping to it tonight because of what our undercover cameras caught her doing over the course of weeks.
10:28. Better late than never.
Court opened at 8:30 on this Monday. Judge Evans showed up to work 2 hours later. The next day, she says she didn't show up to work at all and didn't use any vacation time either. A few days later, we watched her arrive at 10 a.m. and leave for the day by 11:30.
Look at that.
A week ago, Thursday, the 29th.
Punched in and punched
Remember that
out.
day?
I certainly don't. Do you remember that day?
You guys, do you see like what kind of psychopath can just look the media and stuff in the eyes and just lie, or just like there's no shame whatsoever, none whatsoever.
This is a hybrid of, again, the Lori Lightfoot archetype, but she has a little bit of Jada Pinkett Smith, and that's like her attitude toward everything.
Look at this. This other judge blames tardiness on diabetes and thyroid conditions. So there's another judge. Look at all these dunderheaded judges.
But she's looking him right in the eye, lying to his face.
You go, whoa, hold on.
And what happened on the 29th?
Well, you didn't show up to work.
The whole day?
Yeah.
That's not true.
Actually, it is. Evans didn't come in at all that day, even though court was open. She later told us that she skipped work because it was Tiger's opening day and jurors had been instructed by the court not to come in. Other judges were working that day, even though Evans was not. But on her attendance report, she marked herself down as present. Where did we find her later that night? Here, at a campaign fundraiser in Detroit. Evans is running for the Michigan Court of Appeals and was collecting $30 a head at the door. She put in more hours that day raising money for her campaign than working for the people. The facts are you show up late, you leave early, and some days you don't.
And guess what? That's the culture. That is the culture that exists at Third Circuit.
But judges are supposed to be held to the highest standard
Guess
possible.
what?
And your answer is, hey, everybody does.
Guess what? And everybody does. The issue is, are judges meriting out justice?
That is the issue, and it doesn't help Evans' case. These internal court records keep track of how many cases are stacking up in each judge's courtroom. Evans ranked at nearly rock bottom in February, with 37 cases languishing weeks or months over state guidelines. Is it really that unreasonable to say, boy, if she was working, I don't know, a full day like the rest of us, maybe she wouldn't have so many cases going on past the guideline?
You make it think that what I've done is so salacious, so wrong, when there are other people that are doing the same thing, but you're not going after them.
Evans showed us this video she took after she learned we were looking into her attendance of a mostly empty judge's parking lot downtown.
Dang, now she's snitching on everybody. Guys, she's lying. There's judges who are working.
Where are those vehicles?
I'm very disappointed. I expect more from Judge Evans.
Chief Judge Robert Colombo says Evans' attendance has been a problem dating back years. He's troubled by what we showed him, not just with undercover video, but with Evans' own attendance reports. On December 13th, she posted on social media, 2 more days and I'm off until January. But her attendance report shows she was present most of the next week.
We expect judges to tell us the truth as to when they're here and when they're not here. Because the Supreme Court says that if you lie, you shouldn't be a judge.
I want everybody to be held accountable because that's the only
so full of shit
way we change. So what should be and what the reality, ideal and reality is sometimes far apart.
What time are you showing up tomorrow?
I'm going to be there at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, right.
Well, this morning, Judge Evans amended her attendance report for March 20.
Right, here we go. Watch. We'll do one more. Let's just get guys.
Jesus.
She isn't working, but she's collecting a 6-figure salary.
But she's eating. Oh!
Our taxpayer money. Can you really call in sick to a job you've never even worked a day at? This is the 36th District Court.
Guys, that's
court. Judges here. Bench every.
Why are they playing AC/DC during all this?
Hey.
Well.
Yet.
Because, excuse me, I had surgery. I have a wound infection and an open wound. So if you want staph infection all over the courthouse, you might want that. I'm Kalilia Davis, running for 36th District Judge.
Kalilia Davis.
Jesus, guys, she didn't show
I couldn't understand what she was saying, AJ.
She didn't even show up to 1 day of work. Guys, look at this. Adama says, I bet they pay her by the pound. Guys, hit the like button. You know, once again, guys, thanks for 30,000 subs, guys. On to 40,000. You know, I think we can do that by the end of the
Is
day.
she wearing a judge's gown or a moo-moo?
He appeared on faith-based programs, urging
Guys, sorry, this is too many. Look at her.
to the 36th District Courthouse.
Look at her waddling down the street. Look at that.
Was she actually?
Oh, she's eating a birthday cake.
Look at her goals thing was like tilted.
The federal
to the
government
side.
placed a $35,000 tax lien on Kalilia Davis, and she was late paying her Wayne County property tax. And now she's a Wayne County judge. And while Judge Davis has yet to sit on the bench in 36th District Court, she has appeared in 36th District Court as a defendant. Just last summer, she was sued by Ally Financial for $16,000. She lost and was slapped with a judgment. And
Dang.
according to the very
Cooked. Adama, thanks for the $5. He says, love the content. Thanks for pushing through. Thanks for that, my friend. I appreciate that.
Seriously. Garlic croutons, dude.
Guys, hold on. Let's
Did you guys notice that the picture they kept showing with that yellow thing in front of her? That was a cake.
I thought that was a slice.
It was though. Oh man.
Oh, guys, hold on.
Wasn't even her birthday. It was just what she was having for lunch.
No, that wasn't even lunch. That was just a snack, dude.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. One second. There was
Damn it, Snowboard, stop laughing. Yeah, I swear to God, dude, you know, I got this, you know, this stream playing in the background when I'm dinking around with other stuff in the house and such, you know, when I'm muted. And like, I'll just hear Snowboard laughing like across the room. And I can't even make out what you guys are talking about. I just start laughing, dude. Like,
here you go, guys. Let's switch gears here. Let's cleanse the palate a little bit. Yeah, guys, once again, anyone who's not part of the Discord, guys, please email me and remind me of your name, and I'll let you in the Discord, guys. On Wednesdays from now on, I think I have topics written down that I'm just gonna just rant about, go off about. So those lives, I'll probably drop the link like way later into the live, because I have things written down that just pissed me off. I just got to go off about for like 45 minutes, like an hour. So that'll be a change on Wednesdays. Guys, please remember in the Discord, any topics that you want to talk about, guys. Let me know in the hold on. In the video suggestions, right? And then if you guys want to do your own, like if there's a particular topic that you want to like bring stuff to and actually like just have a small panel from the jump, guys, we can do that too. Anything you guys are interested in, you know? So just let me know in advance, and then we can do that. So guys, let's do this. Yeah, there's some changes that I want to make to the channel, guys, but especially because all you guys that have either been here for a while or who contribute the most. As the channel grows, you guys are gonna have to like feel for you guys to actually, you know, involve yourself more, because that would be fun, because people know you guys' personalities. They see you guys in the chat, you know, so we can kind of make this thing more of a community as it grows. Because you guys are seeing the difference in the lives when there's like the usual 120, 140 it's when there's almost 400 people. It's a little bit different, and pretty soon the lives are going to go to 5, 6, 7, 800, and then it's going to be pandemonium. So, but yeah, guys, let's do this. And guys, any other topics like politics stuff or history stuff, we can talk about that stuff too, because we've shown that we can code the language and all of that. So guys, either hit me up on Discord, either directly or at me in the suggestions thing, and we can plan stuff. Because I want to do Omni, Anonymous, Canadian Spider-Man. I want to have another Canada is Cooked stream.
For sure. Yeah.
Because we haven't talked about Canada being cooked in a while, right?
Yeah.
And then I want to have a thing with anyone who's outside the United States. So Jessica, YouTube, Pyro, Anonymous, all you guys have a discussion about politics and immigration from a foreigner's perspective. That would be a lot of fun. So yeah, but let's do this. And then you guys will see 3NN News pop up as a channel here pretty soon. It's just I was really sick like twice in the last month and a half to 2 months. So, but let's do this. That's the sound of the police. Here we go. There we go.
September 26th, 2025, a deputy in Florida was on patrol when he clocked
Florida.
A vehicle doing 87 miles per hour in a 45 miles per hour posted zone, nearly double the posted speed limit. The deputy immediately turned around to catch up to the vehicle, noticing the driver was accelerating aggressively and tailgating other drivers on the busy highway. Activating his emergency lights, the deputy swiftly initiated a traffic stop, pulling over the driver at an intersection. Here's what the deputy did next.
Deputy Lynn, San County Sheriff's Office, what do you want it down for me? I stopped you today because I got you at 87 and a 45 posted. Is there a reason for the speed today? To be 87 miles per hour and a 45, that's the reason for the stop. I'm sorry?
I didn't realize this.
How do you not realize you're doing almost 90 miles an hour? You have your license, registration, proof of insurance?
I was going this. You asked me a question. I was going the same speed as the car.
No, you are not. Do you have your license, registration, proof of insurance?
I do, but you asked me a question.
Okay, go ahead and step out for me then. How about that? Go ahead and open your door and step out for me.
I'm not going to do that. You asked me for my license.
And I'm telling you to step out of the vehicle.
Sir, you asked me for my
I'm giving you a lawful order to exit the vehicle. You can exit the vehicle, you can go to jail in handcuffs. It's up to you. This can be a ticket or it can be jail. It's up to you. You have two choices right now. You can open the door and you can exit the vehicle with me and we can conduct business back by my car.
So can I ask you a question?
160.
Can I ask you?
No, I'm not the one answering questions here. Start me another unit, please.
Can I ask you a question?
I need you to exit the vehicle, ma'am. I'm asking you to exit the vehicle.
Are we gonna do this at the red light?
Yes, we are. I have lights on behind you. I'm asking you to exit the vehicle. This is my last request before you go to jail.
Can I ask the reason?
Because I'm giving you a lawful order to exit the vehicle.
But that's not a reason.
I've asked you to exit the vehicle so we can conduct business by my vehicle.
Order?
That is an order.
What's the reason?
I do not need a reason.
You don't need a reason for the
No, ma'am.
order?
Case law says I do not need a reason to ask you to exit the vehicle. I'm giving you a command to exit the vehicle. You're fixing to go to jail. Step back here by the front of my car. Step back here by the front of my car. Now explain
what the question you asked me for.
Explain to me why you're doing 87 miles per hour in a 45 mile an hour zone. Okay, do you have your license and registration?
I couldn't hide it.
Why doesn't she just say anything? The vehicle, so now I just want your license then. If you don't have your registration because it's in the vehicle.
Oh, there you go.
You are about to go to jail.
Because you want to. Though.
No, because of reckless driving and because of refusing to exit the vehicle.
But sir, I was gonna answer your question.
No.
And you literally stopped me.
Do you know what reckless driving in the state of Florida
Go
is?
ahead and continue to cut me off after every sentence. Go ahead and do that.
Hey, Chance, behind your back.
For what?
Let's go. Let's go. It's time. God, shut up, dude. Why do they always talk so much? Guys, go over to Lock the Bounty Hunters channel, drop him a sub. I'm trying to get Locke to start doing live streams because he's hilarious, you know. So maybe one day he'll do that. But yeah.
Place your hands. You're going to jail for reckless driving and refusing a lawful order to exit the vehicle when I asked you.
I literally
Stop resisting.
exited the vehicle.
Stop resisting.
You asked me to exit the vehicle.
Stop resisting.
I'm not. Oh my God! You literally. What are you doing this for?
Step it up. She's resisting.
Resisting what?
How do those bushes taste? That's not the first time she's tasted bush. Oh!
Wait, what did you just say?
I bet that's not the first time she's tasted bush. Oh!
Because she got ambushed this time.
Oh!
What are you talking about, sir?
Stop resisting.
I'm not
Put your hands
resisting
behind your back. Put
For
your
what?
hands behind your back. Put your hand behind your back.
Are you mad you're not like? What are you doing this for? Does anyone see this?
Put your hand behind your back.
What's on right now? Are you recording? Can someone stop this guy? Are you kidding me right now?
Stop.
Stop what?
Put your hands behind your back.
I did nothing to you.
Stop resisting.
Resisting for what though? You asked a question.
Stop. Put your hands behind your back.
You're really ridiculous right now.
You're about to get pepper sprayed. Put your hand behind your back.
Please, pepper spray, dude.
I'm giving you an order.
He gave me an order for what? He has no right to do this, and he's on a power trip right now, bro. Are you kidding me? What did I do to you, bro?
Stop.
Are you kidding me, bro? I did nothing to you.
Stop.
I did nothing. You're scaring me, sir. I have no.
Civilian is helping her.
I literally did nothing. You know what?
You're doing something now.
Now I am. Now I am because there's a cop that has a right
Thank you.
to arrest anybody he feels like. So at this point,
Stop.
you don't have to throw me on the car. I'm right here. I'm right
Lean
here.
on my hood.
I'm right here. I'm not leaning on shit, bro. I'm right here. You don't have to lean me on anything.
Lean on the hood.
I don't have to lean on anything. I'm a dick on my ass. I'm right
Stop.
here. I'm right here.
Stop.
You don't have to lean me on anything. I'm standing up. I'm standing
Stop.
up. Sir.
I'm asking you to lean on the hood.
I don't have to lean on.
Lean on the hood.
I'm right here. I'm standing right here.
Stop. Stop.
Listen to this idiot's voice. Look at where I paused it. Oh, look at that, guys. Look at that.
Oh my God.
Whoa, look at that, guys. That is
That's the demon.
SSRIs right there, dude.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Whoa. Look.
This was basically exorcism, and all these guys had to come around and like contain this demon.
Wow.
This idiot.
I'm standing up, sir.
Turn around. All right.
I'm literally standing up.
Stop yelling.
Stop yelling.
Stop. We gotta catch my breath
Maybe
for one.
stop hurting me, and I will stop. Keep yelling.
You're still resisting.
Resisting
You are
what?
resisting.
Resisting
Everyone will
what?
stop. Pulling back.
Oh my God.
Stop until you can calm down to be searched. Let's sit down in my car. You're gonna wait here.
What are you talking about?
Stop.
What the f wrong? You're hurting me.
Yeah, because you keep
You're
pulling back.
hurting me.
You're good.
You're hurting me, bro. Ow!
You're hurting me, bro. Oh
Who's
my
playing?
God.
I'm literally not doing anything.
Stop.
Look at my hands. Look at the.
Stop trying to lift off the car.
I'm not lifting
You
off
are.
anything.
You are.
Look at my hands.
Yes, you resist. Huh? Resist.
Look at my hands, bro.
Where you want her to go?
Look at my
Searcher.
hands. Look at them.
Wait, Mom.
Oh my God. Look at them, bro.
Stop. Check your buttons.
Why do these girls?
No pockets.
Now you don't want to leave me on the car, though.
Say again?
Why do these girls talk like guys? Like they sound like bro and.
It's disgusting.
Because they all have TikTok brain. They have TikTok. Yeah. They have Tylenol TikTok brain.
Yeah, but it's also just very cringe too. It's like you don't have to say it all the time. It's really
you're not,
cringy.
You're not tough. You're like a 100-pound girl.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that one cop who said he would rather fight 3 men than 1 woman?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh.
Other side. Other side.
Now you don't want to leave me on the car.
Get in the car and shut up.
Get in. Put your foot in. Foot in. Put your foot in now.
My hand.
She's drunk. I can smell it. You smell the alcohol? Yeah, I smelled it. You good, bro? Are you hurt anywhere? No, that's what I'm aware of. You got a little. No, not yet. I don't see anything on you. Maybe that far. Okay. Just go for reckless and resist. Hey-oh.
Maybe there's some garlic croutons in there.
Look at an Incredibles outfit. Like what is that
Boston,
about?
Yeah.
Guys, she said.
No, you're not asking me. No, it's called garlic croutons. Yeah, and they're right there on the seat.
She smells like Budge balls.
Look at all the buzz balls. Hey-o.
Recording? Yeah.
Nice. Guys, buzz balls will mess you up, bro. There's a lot of liquor and a lot of sugar in there.
Well, it was.
AJ looks like this time she was really balling.
She got her buzz ball on. Oh,
yeah.
Oh no! That bag's full of the empty ones.
She's just drinking them all day.
Why is this always disgusting, man? Look, you even have car clean shit.
What the heck?
What the
heck?
God, dog, dude.
What got you?
My wrist,
Did it get caught up in the cuffs or
I don't
something?
even know,
Or
man.
You need a.
She put her hands on her back, and I went to go, and then she just turned around and started pushing off.
That's her fault.
It's called Bat LEO. That's a felony.
Have you by the balls. The reason you got a badge is just for that, to have a badge. You don't care what comes out of the civilian's mouth at all. Not one thing. But the one who's in charge of.
Is this chick mixed race? I think she is.
So.
I think so. And
I
they're
thought
in
she was like
redneck
Hispanic or something.
county, right? So you know that the
This whole entire universe is gonna have you by the balls. Okay? When that pulse of yours stops, he's gonna take you wherever you want. Wherever you live for.
Where did he come up with all this stuff?
Because if you don't want to treat
Did you guys see how like they can't stand being ignored? They can't stand it, guys.
Yeah, I was about to say, finally, a cop who's just ignoring her.
Yeah,
you
yeah. No, I was slam. Otherwise, dear, and then so bow. So hit her face on the
like a human, he's gonna take you where you deserve. And that's not where godly humans go. I'm gonna tell you right now. Because we
While
all
she's
say,
sipping buzz
we all
balls,
know when to
driving around in a beat up
we all know
car.
when to resist, and we all know our heart. And that's where he judges you by, okay, by your fruit. And your fruit, I'm sorry to tell you, officer, is
She's lecturing him.
Yeah, she's still going.
So go ahead.
Don't tell my aching, breaking heart. Just don't seem to understand. He just turns the radio up.
God.
Yeah.
Drown her out.
We built this city.
Yo, Snowboard, she needs your leadership and guidance.
I can still turn it around. Yeah, I like a girl who likes to party like that. I can give her my buzz balls.
Oh! You just gotta make sure to bring that holy water, dude. You'll be fine, you know?
In Jesus' name, you are going to hell.
Lady Gaga.
Jesus' name, you better be saved, officer. On everything I love. God forbid I go a little money over speeding.
You want it?
You can't hear me on the radio just like you had it, huh? Don't even hear my reason why. You better pray tonight. Pray about your wife, okay? God forbid you have kids. Pray for them guys as well.
You threatening me? So are you making threats to my family now?
You can turn up the radio just like you had it, huh?
That counts as a threat.
I mean, are you threatening my family now? Because that's another charge if you want
You
it.
can't hear me though.
It's yours if you want it.
Turn it up.
All right. Say so.
Give another charge.
If you don't, I'm gonna keep talking. Come on now, right? Wrong.
Wrong.
You didn't run any of my information to know who I was.
Don't need to.
Exactly. Why? Because you were hurt.
Yeah, see, once she starts talking, all of a sudden she's like, ooh, attention. Yeah.
I was going 20 above. I was wrong. Give me a ticket.
No, you weren't.
Give me 1,000 to pay. I'll pay it right now. I
You were
don't
doing
care.
42 above.
Okay, going 42 above. You weren't even going to arrest me for that, though. You were questioning me.
Oh, no,
If
I
you
was
weren't going to arrest me from the jump, you could have done that.
Oh, that's why vehicle.
You started questioning.
Why
Man,
you
go
argue
ahead.
with a drunk, dude?
I hope
I
you
may.
have sex with your wife so good you create another kid, and that kid comes out to be exactly what you deserve. If they have already, all right, go ahead and speed because you can go 40 above. 'Cause you can't. Yeah, go.
What are you talking about?
At the time you get in bed with her, she can act.
The suspect was charged with battery upon a law enforcement officer, resisting an officer without violence, reckless driving, and property damage over $200. The suspect was issued a $5,500 bond, which she later posted. In court, she pleaded not guilty to all charges and has requested a jury trial.
Of course she would, right, guys? And they're gonna play this footage in trial, and she's gonna look like an absolute dunderhead. Now, guys, I think Omni's going live, so all you guys, I'll raid you guys over there to his channel. If you guys want to head over there, but guys, I just want to say, just guys, 30K is a big achievement. Like when I started posting, I really didn't think that I could get this far, especially like in this content, because once again, this is an uphill battle for us. It really is. Like YouTube claims to be less biased or whatever, and we do a good job coding our language, but that if we were all talking about strong and independent chicks are awesome and boss babes and B-dubs and transformers, guys, that we would be, I would have like 5 million views
You'd be on the front page
by now, So guys, once again, we have to keep this thing going, guys. Any of you guys who want to start a channel or thinking of starting one, just do it, guys. Just do it. There needs to be a new crop of guys coming up that do kind of what we do, guys. We have fun. We point and laugh. These dunderheaded 304s, and we tell the truth. And we're not trying to con people. We're not trying to sell you courses or any of this crap, guys. We just get together, laugh, have fun, give each other advice, give you younger guys advice. You know what I'm saying? And we just do what we do, And I think the fact that with me, like I said, guys, I've learned everything the hard way. I've been demonetized twice. I've had videos get taken down. You know what I mean? So like I've been through the gamut, and I think that I don't know, like it's just a good time for the red pill space to kind of transition to something where you can't really attack what Snowboard, Colin Anonymous, ESARS, Seagrip, Toolable, all of us say. Because, guys, first of all, we don't care, right? And second of all, like, we're not going after people. We aren't trying to be some leaders or any of this crap. We're just regular dudes. I always say that the thing of, because I haven't watched the Andrew Wilson and Entrepreneurs and Cars debate, but the thing about entrepreneurs and cars, he's yeah, man, you had to have like a supercar and all this other crap. Now, guys, we argue here from the viewpoint and the experiences of average guys. Even though a lot of us are very successful, you know what I mean? We're just regular dudes. We have more in common with a guy getting up, you know, driving his plumbing truck, making 65K a year than some, you know, dude driving his McLaren. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we're always going to argue. That's who we're always going to try and advocate for, you know? But that whole group of dudes, yeah, bro, I own properties and I live in Miami in a penthouse and I go to Dubai. Who wants to hear that? You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? So I think that's what makes this channel kind of relatable. Is I'm not trying to be some guru or be head and shoulders above anyone. Guys, we're all in this crap together, and we have to make what I call alternative media, guys. Mainstream media. It's starting to turn, but it's misandrous, it's anti-male, right? It's pro-gynocracy. And heaven help that we're a couple of guys in an area where we talk about women the same way that The View and Oprah and Ricky Lake talks about men. You know what I mean? Heaven forbode if that happens. So
yeah, because for me, my thing is, you know, the men that I'm advocating to are the men. You know, my whole thing is, look, if you spent you spent a good part of your life, you know, being out here, being the best version of yourself, sacrificing, you know, and you have that discipline, you've been disciplined with your seed. Don't settle for, you know, people or a woman that's been reckless with her womb. Like, and so my whole thing is, you know, like you said, like you always say, I share my mistakes, lessons learned, and everything along those lines. And you know, and if I can, and if what I say resonates with someone and can, you know, and shave 5, 10, 15 years off their learning curve, because the thing about it is, man, you're gonna learn these lessons.
Yeah,
you're gonna learn it. And you can choose, what to say, you can do it the easy way or the hard way. Mm-hmm. And if I can shave 5, 10, 15 years off your learning curve, you know, that's what I want to do.
Yeah. So, but all right, you guys, I'll raise you guys over to Omni's live because he's live now, guys. He's talking about the 1930s, which is pretty cool. So, all right, guys, I'll be live at probably a little bit later, 5:30 or maybe 6 tomorrow. So, all right, guys, appreciate you. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Congratulations.